I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better. See, I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet next to me. I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. Shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future. We all start losers. We're all late bloomers. Gotta start through the fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah.
What up, Nine?
Trapaholics Mixtapes.
As the 9% and Word would say, make a better you, a better us.
Give them what they ask for.
Who do you think you are? I'm the Word. Boy, I'm the one who put in the work.
When I move, it's an earthquake rumble. I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
What up, though? It's the Word. You see the title, we about to get into it. But before we get into that, let me get it to the chat. Let me get it to the chat. Dee 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 Dee. What up, though, Dee Dee? Appreciate you, sis. But Files, what it do with the businesses? I hope the family good. I hope they great. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. The one and only missing mod. What up, Nine? Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. Hey man, do me a favor, y'all. Hit that like. And if you new, hit that subscribe, man. It's free to y'all. But it mean the world to me, right? It mean the world, bro. Help me get in the algorithm and all that good stuff. And I could possibly get paid off of something I say, right? And I try to say good things, fruitful things, at least inspiring things, motivating things that make people think, right? Things to make you go, I try to do that, right? Things to make you think, right? And this is one of the things um, that really, really, really impact my life, bro. When I understood the power of why, right? Why? Like when I found that concept out, like trying to understand the why. Because the why take you to the intention, the motivation of things, right? Why things exist. Why has given us so many different philosophies, different sciences, just asking why something exists or why something don't exist. Why is one of those questions that has changed the world, right? And it changed my world personally, right? I wonder why I felt a certain type of way. And then I identified, like, man, I feel this way because of something that happened to me in my past and has affected me in my present, right? You go to therapy, one of the greatest questions, but it's also one of the hardest questions, right? It's also one of the hardest questions because when you ask it and you seek it, then you gotta deal with it, right? You gotta deal with it. And why? Um, it'll uncover some beautiful things, but it'll show you some ugly things about yourself or the people or ideologies or beliefs you have. Why will put you in that uncomfortable zone, right? And people don't like to feel uncomfortable, so that's why a lot of people avoid asking why, the how and what, right? What happened, and then that way you can judge it, right? There's no internal critique when you look at what or how. No real internal critique. I mean, you're not getting to the barbecue chicken. You're not getting to the meat and potatoes. It's just surface level, and that's where most people comfortable at. Is that surface level, right? When they don't have to do that deep introspection on self. Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah, you know what, man? I had a great day. My son got his hair cut, so I got to watch him get tortured for a minute. He hate haircuts, so all the bad stuff he did this week. I let it go because I watched him get tortured for. I'm just playing. That's a joke, bad joke. But yeah, chill with the family. My wife cousin came over. Man, we was chilling, kicking it, just talking about life. I enjoyed myself. I had a real relaxing day. Got some stuff done outside. So yeah, it was a joyous day. Got to chill with my kids, watch the movie, wrestle with them. I'm a simple person. I'm a simpleton, right? Little things make me happy, So I cherish the small things. It don't have to be no big event. It's just something simple. So yeah, I had a great day, man. I'm happy. I'm happy. Uh, that look, man. I believe in good vibes, and if I got it, I try to pass it to everybody else, right? Try to pass it to whoever may need it. I think that's how we should live, right? But going back to this why question, I talked to my young boy today, and I love his progress through therapy. Like he's realizing, analyzing, and it's beautiful. Hold on one second. Maybe I should put it on mute because my wife be saying some crazy stuff sometimes. Hello? No, I can put it on. I look at the camera. I don't feel like getting up. I'm lazy. I'm stressed out on the couch, chilling, doing the show. Hold on. Let me look at the camera. I think it's. If I'm not mistaken, I usually leave it on. Yeah, it's on. I think it's on. No, it's not. I'll turn it on. It ain't on. Okay. She just wanted to give me more chores. That's it. Shout out to the wife, man. Every time I get comfortable, she want me to get uncomfortable. That's her job, though. Keep me on my toes. Right? But yeah, so I was just asking that question, why, man? And you can you can begin to understand things about yourself that you may never knew. So many things happen on the subconscious level, and it's due to, if you want to say, our experience in life, our perception, how we look at things, how different outside stimulants, meaning conditions and circumstances, trigger our inside, either good feelings or even bad, make us feel insecure. But if you learn what makes you feel insecure, now you can do something about it. If you learn what makes you angry, now you can do something about it. Even if it's something to make you happy, now you can replicate it. Like, I believe in emotional shifting. And what that is shifting through emotion, right? So if I'm feeling bad, I intentionally do something to make myself feel better. I don't dwell in that lower feeling, that angry, upset. I don't dwell in those things. That's when, uh, if you know what the difference between an emotion and a feeling is a prolonged emotion, meaning the emotion is the initial spark, like the initial thing you feel, right? But the feeling is you prolonging that emotion, and it usually is manifested in physical actions. Like if we might be mad and show anger through our physical action. We get upset and then we show anger. We show wrath. That's the feeling. So I have emotions. I may feel some type of way, but if it's not beneficial, then I do something about it. Right? I do something about it. I might be in a discussion and something might trigger me and I might get upset. I step away. I step away, identify it. Once I identify it, now I know, like, okay, and I can understand, like, then I can start seeing like a pattern. Like, is this person intentionally trying to trigger me, or is it something that they may have mentioned and I might be insecure about? So I see if it's mainly me or the person. Of course, it's me because it's my emotion. But if I can understand if the person is doing this, like triggering me or trying to hurt me intentionally, then I can adjust. Okay, I'm not going entertain this. But if a person is being genuine and may have said something that I may feel insecure about, now I'm triggered, then that's something I can't be mad at that person. You know what I'm saying? Then I have to check myself. Well, asking why does all these things, but if you never ask why, then you never know. You can't know an answer if you never ask the question, right? You can never get an answer unless you ask the question first. So why is like the ultimate end all be all when it comes to comprehension or even basic understanding of things. Why? You can see what happened. Like, if you see this, right? Like, we was talking about morals yesterday, right? We was talking about morality. So we see on the news somebody unalive somebody, right? What's the first thing people want to know? Why did they do it? Why did they do it? First thing people want to know. Why? Why do you murder is murder, right? Couldn't matter why they did it. But if we can understand why we do it, we can see if it's now we can have a more clear judgment. Like, was it out of self defense? If it was out of self defense and somebody got unalived, then hey, man, person had to protect themselves. But if it was just because the person was able to do it, then we will even justify or make excuses for people who have mental illness at times, depending on the circumstances. That's understandable. But that's why. Like, we have a court system, and the whole key component is to understand the intent, to understand why something was done. Makes a difference. But there's a lot of people who stuck on that what and how aspect of it. What happened and how did it happen? They don't really get to the why portion before they pass judgment. And that just shows lack of intellect. That's all that really shows. Because to understand something, you have to go to the root. And why get you there? That's the vehicle to get to the root of the problem, is asking why. But like I said, is a form of responsibility, because now that you know why, what you go do? What you go do? And that weighs heavy on people. Sports chat. What up, though? My 33 brother, Mr. Gary Busted Down Brown. Mr. Gary Brown, my bad. Can't even call you Busted Down no more. Mr. Gary Brown. And it sounds like some one of my old uncles or something. Gary Brown. But yeah, the why. The why. I understand why. It's the most important question you can ask, but it's the hardest one too. Hardest one to deal with, because it even when you find out why, what makes people uncomfortable, it oftentimes it challenges their beliefs, it challenges their perception, because a lot of times um, we already have a preconditioned interpretation of things, and when that's challenged, it makes people uncomfortable, especially if it was something that they held on for a long time, a belief, a system, ideology, a perception. If it's taken away from them, then they left with nothing, and that's what makes people uncomfortable. You left with nothing. So why can be a devastating question. It just depends where you at. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on different levels, bro. So I mean, it just depends where you at, how comfortable or how confident you are in yourself. That's why a lot of people, they don't like to be challenged. I rather enjoy it. I rather enjoy being challenged. I don't know. I'm weird like that. I like to be challenged. That's how I just feel like with me, not in general, but just me. Being challenged is kind of like, um, I don't know. Maybe I don't know, Gary. Is that because I played like sports my whole life or something? But I like being challenged. Like everything it gives me opportunity to see is the work paid off. If the work paid off. Like I said, I was talking to my young boy today, and he been disclosing what he's been going through in therapy, and he told me a situation, and I was telling him like, you missed an opportunity to practice what you've been working on. But when you first starting stuff, a lot of times you don't see those opportunities, right? You don't recognize them. You don't recognize them as opportunities. You recognize them as a person or something that's uncomfortable that you don't want to deal with. But that's what all the work is for. That's what all the practice is for, is to go through these things, right? So that's why I tell people like, yeah, it's some things you do want to avoid, but you have to kind of weigh it, man, to realize like, because you can work on yourself, but if you never test it, you don't know if the work is even working, right? Like if I was working on my patience and I was never put in a position to be patient, I don't know if the work I've been doing it really worked. It can just be in my head. Like, oh yeah, I'm more patient now. But unless I'm presented with an opportunity where I need to deploy that patience, I will never know if the work paid off. I never know that. That's like you can train your whole life. If you never get into a fight, you don't even know if the training was worth it, right? I don't even know if the training was worth it. because the training is to prepare you for the fight. When we working on ourselves, all those new concepts and new beliefs and new ways to do things, that's all training. But if we never have to practice it or put it into play, then we never know if it really works. That's like, Gary will tell you, uh, I'm pretty sure he agree with me. You can say faith all day, but if it's never tested, you don't know if you really got it. How you know if you got faith in something if it's never tested? That's why I never asked God why I was going through something I went through. Never asked God why. I may have asked for the strength and the knowledge to overcome it, but I never asked why. Because I know whatever I go through is divine. I'm supposed to. I don't think it's wrong for asking for the strength or the wisdom because shit, I may go through something that I have no knowledge of. So shit, if you can, big dog, put some of that information my way, bro. That's how I look at it. Shit, big dog. Hey, yo, big B. Hey, hook a brother up, man. Let me put me in the right direction, man. I just don't want to be walking through this blind, man. Okay, I only got one eye. Okay, so can I get a flashlight or something? That's how I be talking to God, bro. Y'all got me back. Y2K is in the building. What it do with the businesses, man? What it do with the businesses? But yeah, man, you gotta ask why, right? Gotta ask why. Even if you say, why am I going through this, right? Be willing. And when you ask why, man, be willing to accept the answer that's given to you. Be willing to accept it because people will go through stuff and they will say, why am I going through this? But they never look at the answer. You're going through this because you put yourself in a position to go through it. A lot of time, most of the time, we make bad decisions. That's why we go through bad shit. That's 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 one of the things I realized in my life. And then just observing other people, people be like, "Why? Why is this happening?" Like, bro, you see the shit you've been doing? Yeah, you put yourself there for that shit to happen, bro. And when you realize that, you guess what you stop doing? You stop putting yourself in those positions. When you accept why, yeah, then you learn. Okay, why do I keep going through bad relationships? Right? Because I keep making bad decisions on selecting partners. That's why I keep making bad decisions. Okay, maybe I was naive at one point, and guess what? If I'm older and still going through it, that's because I ain't learned from it. That's because I got a friend. She like I keep picking the wrong guys. Yeah, because you ain't learned from it. You ain't learned from it. But at least she got to the point where she said she's picking. First, she wouldn't even say that. She was like, guys ain't shit. Dudes ain't this. Dudes ain't that. All guys, but that's how she was at first. Then one day she said, I keep picking the wrong guys. I was like, here we go. We got momentum. We got progression, right? That's accountability. You keep picking. Yeah, you doing that shit. Now realize why you doing it. Realize why you doing it. But that's progression. And just go through the shit. Yeah. That's like when you ask why, bro, you'll get a you'll get some information and then you gotta ask why again. Sometimes you gotta ask why like 17 times before you even get to the root. But you'll never get down there 15 times if you don't ask 14 times. You'll never get to the 15th time if you never ask 14 times. So yeah, especially when you're analyzing something. Well, why did this happen? Okay, that's why that happened, but why did that happen? The cause and effect factor. Every cause has an effect. Everything that's done has a result. Everything. So that's like even in a relationship, right? we'll understand. Well, I ain't gonna say we don't understand, but like a lot of people don't really take into account like how their actions affect people around them, not just them, but like kids. Like if you like me and my wife, I use me and my wife for it. Like me and my wife, we love BW all the time. You'd think we knew we was. Like I love my wife. You know what I'm saying? I love the shit. I goof around and play with her all the time. You know, I love seeing her smile. That makes my day good. So, but my kids see that. If my kids see how I treat my wife and what my son do. My son hates when my wife open doors. Now I hate it. I hate when she open the door. My son don't let her open doors, and he pushed me away when I try to open her door. Like he want her to get in the car before he get in the car now. You know, he think he big because he 5 years old. So he think he a big boy now. So mommy get in the car, then he get in the car. That's how he do it. You know. But he see daddy doing that. So that's some good shit, right? Now imagine some kids saying some bad shit, parents arguing and shit all the time. You know, they go grow up to the point where they're desensitized to that. And that becomes normal. So when they get older, guess what they do? It's okay to argue and fight and do all this because that's what I'm used to. That's my experience. That becomes their epistemology. That's what that becomes. And they don't know no better until they know better, until they shown better, or until they told better. They don't know no better. Not until those things occur. And sometimes it's been built up, so there's a callus there, and it takes time to penetrate that. So it may take a while for somebody to understand. Just because you been through this or you went through it, that doesn't make it right. Takes a while for that to happen sometimes. Sometimes it happens right away. Sometimes it takes a minute. You know, so that's why I always say, me personally, I can't fault nobody for who they are. I fault myself for dealing with them. Right? That's how I look at life. I don't I don't try to change nobody. Only thing I'm gonna change about a person is if I'm around them or not. The only thing I change about people, bro. I don't try to change nobody. Bro. Only thing I'm gonna change about a person is if I'm around them or not. But the person is a person, bro. And I can sit here and talk till I'm blue. And a person can either listen to me or they can ignore me. But if I decide to talk till I'm blue, then that's my fault. So nah, that I'll be all on that. I be on that me shit, bro. I can't control nobody but me. When it comes to like what other people do, now do I want to positively influence people? Of course I do. That's why I do this show. So I come on here and talk. I definitely want to positive influence people. But if am I gonna get pissed off if I don't? No, no, I'm not. I'm not. Am I gonna get pissed off if people don't agree with me? No. I don't really care if you agree with me or not. I really don't. From the bottom of my heart, I really don't care. If people agree with me or not, I don't care if I share same views or opinions with people. I don't. It don't matter to me. I can't do nothing about that. You can feel one way today and feel another way tomorrow. I can't do nothing about the way a person thinks. I don't give a flying fuck about people's opinions. You know what I'm saying? If you agree with me, then we got common ground. If you don't, then oh fucking well. I can't control shit outside myself. I don't try to. I don't because it's hard to self. It's hard to master self. So try to control. I am very comfortable being uncomfortable too. So I can be around people who totally fucking disagree with me all day, and it won't bother me. I don't have that like hive mindset where we need to be agreeable on all things. Now, certain things, like I said, only thing I can do is put myself around people and take myself from around people. So certain things, I don't like unscrupulous shit, right? So I don't really interact with people like that. Is it nice to have people? with common thoughts and stuff. But yeah, especially if you working towards something, I look for that, but it's not needed. Like without it, I can still sustain self. I don't believe in independence. I know I need people. I enjoy people around me, just the right people. I don't settle. I ain't settling for shit. What's mine is mine. My heaven is on earth, and I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm not waiting till I die to enjoy heaven. I'm having it right here, and it's just peace. That's what heaven is to me. It's peace. I don't care about no honey and no milk and no golden roads, and I don't care about all that shit. I care about peace, and peace to me is balance. It's harmony, right? I don't avoid bad shit. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I do my best to avoid the bad shit, but I don't run away from it. I'm not afraid of it. I prepare for it. So I'm not afraid of it. It's gonna happen and exist in life. So I'm not going every day is not gonna be good. And I'm okay with that. And knowing that helps me enjoy the good times more. I enjoy the good time. I enjoy when I'm not having a migraine. But if I have a migraine, it ain't gonna piss me off. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter what other people think. No, when you accept that, bro, like really accept that, like man, fuck what everybody think, bro. Like I know I be saying it kind of harsh sometimes. Like people's opinions matter, right? To them, right? But what I'm saying is I don't what I'm saying is this. I don't make people's feelings and opinions prioritize over mine, right? I don't. And by doing so, I mean I feel everybody entitled to think what they want, to feel the way they want. Everybody entitled to that, man. Because ain't nobody go take, mine away. But I also know this. Everybody's opinion don't offer substance. That's the nicest way I can say it. Everybody's opinion does not offer substance. So at that point, it's like it is what it is, man. If somebody got some wacky opinion about something or some ignorant opinion, oh well, that's just how they think. It is what it is. Uh, I don't feel no type of way. That's like when people come on here and be like, "Oh, you N word, you this, you that." Yeah, that's just you showing your ignorance, bro. You came all the way over on my page just to try to insult me. You ain't got nothing else better to do in life, so that's why you did it. I understand. You lonely. So I would be mad at somebody like that. I don't get mad at mentally challenged people, right? I don't get mad. So when people say crazy shit, I'd be like, Father, please forgive them for their stupidity, and leave it at that and keep it moving, bro. Keep it moving, bro. like, like, I mean, when people, and then that's what I'm saying. Like understanding of why too. This will help you deal with people, bro. I promise you it will. It'll help you deal with people because people say some ignorant stuff, and when you start looking at why, and then you start seeing patterns and recognizing, like I said, I'm not gonna get mad at no mentally ill person. They can't help themselves. Something wrong with them. They all. They just got access to the internet. You know what I mean? People like that on here that's like mentally fucked up and they got access to the internet so they can share it. They can spread that shit. And that's what they do, bro. That's what they do. People want to insult you for no reason. Even if they don't I was in Bud Files chat and somebody said some ignorant shit and I'm looking like, well, here we go. There they go. Perfect example. Like this family chilling, having fun, enjoying time with each other, sharing that experience with us. Everybody in the chat having good vibes and we all like we love Bud Files, we love the fam, because they sharing that shit, that energy, man, positive. And then somebody come in and say some ignorant shit. They don't like life. They see all these people happy, vibing, good things, and they don't have that. So you know what? They don't want you to have it neither. So they try to do something to mess up your energy flow. But shout out to their mod, blocked them out of there, and we kept the show going. kept the show going. But it's people like that, people who intentionally try to antagonize you because they life ain't shit. So why get upset at that? Why? I mean, because now they done pulled you down to their level. What Jesus say? Don't throw your pearls into swine. Yeah, don't throw your pearls into swine, and don't give a dog something you value. Don't give a dog something you value, and don't throw your pearls in with the swine. You know, and you're right, Diddy. They don't, man. These people be weird. Like when people just go out their way to be mean and ignorant, people who ain't bothering them, they have mental issues. They see something in there that they don't have, and since they don't have it, now they don't want you to have. You can't do nothing about that. You can't do nothing about people's stupidity. You can't, bro. You can't. You can't do nothing about it. All thing you can do is ignore it, bro. Just ignore it. You know, just ignore it. That's why I said, man, it's been on here 3 years, man. I done had people come through here and just do some crazy shit. Just for the fuck. I don't get bothered a lot though. Because once they people like that, they usually try to prey on the weak, right? So once they see they can't emotionally trigger you, they move on to somebody else because that's their goal. The goal is to disrupt. So if you don't give it to them, then they gonna go somewhere else and find it. They need that fix. They need to get that shit out of them, bro, and give it to somebody else. They need to transmute that energy to somebody else. That's like a criminal. A criminal ain't about to go to the hardest person to rob. No, they gonna go find an easier person. That's like lions or animals in the wild. They got a whole bunch of wildebeest. You think they gonna go to the biggest, strongest wildebeest? No, they gonna look for the little scrawniest one, the one that looks sick, that's behind the pack. Easy target. That's what these people want. So if you an easy target, then they gonna feast on you. That's just how. That's the way of the world. Strong eat the weak. Don't put your vulnerability into nasty situations. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, Pete. I don't know, man. Uh, like I said, like hope. I got hope for people, bro. I do. I, I don't want to. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's just I can't help it. I can't help it, bro. I got hope for humanity. You know, I'll never see the change that I desire in my lifetime, but hopefully I can spark or put it in somebody's heart, and they can see it in their lifetime. Well, hope is good, bro. Hope is good. Hope is good because without hope, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just be on some I'll be on some Buddha shit, bro. On some Buddhism. I'll be up in the mountain somewhere chilling by myself away from the rest of society. Because there's no hope. Like people just ain't gonna get right. Like it's I mean the reality is like our society is declining. That's the reality. It's not getting better, it's getting worse. Definitely getting worse. And I can see, back in the day the people said the same thing because it's a progression. It's a progression. In my I think it was getting better, and then we said, "Fuck that, we doing too good. Let's fuck it up," and that's where we at. That's where we at, man. But everything has cycles. It ain't like this shit ain't happened before. We just ain't learned from it. Just didn't learn from it. Keeps making the same mistakes. Keep putting the wrong people in power. Make decisions for us or leave us with choices. Keep doing that shit, man. Even though we got examples of other Like if you look at the Dogon crowd, bro, man, I heard somebody say the other day, you can't have a society without having like uh I don't know what you want to call it, like force, I guess we can use the term force. But when you look at the Dogon tribe, I mean, they have a council of elders who speak and people follow. And there's no physical force. Like people, you may get kicked out the tribe if you do some unscrupulous shit, but then they ain't got no jail. They don't have no prison. They don't have no death penalty and nothing like that. The worst thing you can do is get kicked out of the tribe and have to fend for yourself. And they handle shit with the council. So we got examples. Now, would that work on a wide scale? I doubt it. But then you don't know because that's culture too. So if everybody got the same culture or got the same belief system, then maybe it'll work. You know, I don't know. I don't know. What is it then? Oh, my bad, bro. I just seen it. My bad. Well, I don't know why this little thing ain't popping up. Wasn't it back 114? How long you been back there, man?
A minute, 60
My bad,
seconds.
bro. Sitting here talking.
I know you was
Okay.
rocking. You was rocking. You was
Bro,
rocking.
I am stretched out on the couch. If I turn the camera on, you couldn't even see me. I am stretched out chilling, bro. I am chilling like a villain, bro. I had me some, what is it called? Candy Mott. I don't know what that strand is, but that shit fire. Fire, blue flame. I'm chilling, bro.
Uh, Let me ask you this question though. Do you think why is the examination W? You know, the W situation, who, what, where, when, why? Do you think why is the examination W?
Why is like the final boss? It's like the run. Right? Why is more of the like you say examination? I'll use the term analysis. It makes you analyze things. You know, I gotta. That's one of the shows I'm working on. What, how, and why. And the three, the what and how gets you to the why. You know, uh, I don't want to use the example I'm gonna use in the video, but like I said, the what tells you what happened, right? The how tells you how it happened, and the why tells you the cause of it happening. Like why it even happened in the first place. That's what the why gonna get you. So the
Mm,
how and what get you to the why.
okay.
But you can work backwards too. So it's like reverse engineering. So for example, say if you got a fight, right? Okay, two people fighting. That's what happened. Well, how did this happen? How did the fight occur? Well, this person walked up to this person and hit this person. Okay, well, why did this person walk up to this person? Oh, because they was talking about his mom. Oh, okay, now we understand. Like, that's how that works. So look, you don't talk about people mamas, you don't get hit in the mouth. Yeah. Not saying it's right or wrong, but now we know why you got hit in the mouth. But if you just see this person get beat up, that's just okay, what and how. And you judge it from there, then it's like that's what most people do. They just look at the what and the how and they pass judgment. They never really understand the why because the why is why that's how you create a solution. He was talking about this dude mom and he got hit in the mouth. So now you can go to both parties and now you have a solution. Okay, look, bro, you can't just say anything because you can trigger people. You don't know what people triggers is. This is why you don't talk about sensitive things, right? Maybe somebody talking about your mama don't bother you, but this person might have lost their mama. Their mama dead and gone. So it triggered them. So
Yeah.
that's why they hit you. Not saying it's wrong or right. I'm just telling you shit like this happens. So now you know, keep people mama name out your mouth. Then you can go to the person like, look, I understand this person talked about your mama, but you just can't hit people, bro. Because now you got to deal with the consequences. Even though I understand why you did it, but it's a fight, bro. You attack somebody, you beat the living shit out of them. Now, okay, so we got to charge you with something. We're gonna give you an assault, but we understand, that this the most compassionate we can be. They shouldn't have said nothing about your mama, right? But you can stump the boy head half in, he got a dent on his head, lip bleeding. Look, can't do that. Can't do that. Okay, but we understand why. So now you create solutions for both people. You need to work on that. You gotta go to counselor. We understand, but you need therapy, bro. Can't be triggered like that.
What you
Right? So
say
now you
about my
created
mom?
solutions because you know why it happened. But if you just know they got into a fight, the solution is punishment. But guess what? Do they ever grow and learn from their mistakes? No. Because the other boy still talking about people mama and the other boy still getting triggered when his mama talks about
Damn shit. Yeah. Uh, I don't listen. I don't disagree with none of that. I was just trying to figure, because when you ask yourself why, like when you ask those questions, it's like an examination. Like, you like, I don't ask God why, because you don't need to examine the situation. Sometimes you just trying to get to the root of it, or sometimes you just gonna go ahead and just resolve the question of why. I don't even care what the root is. I'm gonna figure it out myself and just go on and get to the conclusion. Like if I was to sit there and ask, why my mom, I asked that question, but I'm 13. I'm like, I don't listen. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm hearing you right now, because sometimes when you ask that why, your emotions get in your way and things like that. We don't have the discernment of trying to figure out what the answer is going to be. Or we just want to figure out how to get through that situation. Right. So I just went about it like I asked why, but I wasn't waiting for an answer, because I just felt life was gonna move on too fast, and I wasn't prepared to pick it up if I'm sitting there waiting for an answer. Sometime we have to be ready for the whys. So I think because
it.
we ain't ready for the whys, a lot of people don't even ask that question, and then they be lost in the sauce. What you think?
That's why I put at the end of the title. It could be, what did I put? I spelled all that shit wrong.
Yeah, I ain't know what you was
Uh,
trying to mean by that.
yeah, hold on. I don't even know what I did with it. Hold on. I think it was supposed to be the hardest question. Is that how? Look, I got to go back and edit it. I think it should say the hardest. It can be, why is the most important question you can ask, and the more yeah, hardest. Could have been hardest.
Blessings,
I
blessings,
don't know
blessings,
what
blessings
happened,
to
bro.
Rachel Riders.
What up, man? Ride or die. You want it. We live it. Yeah, it's supposed
Yeah,
to be the
I just
hardest.
think
Hold on, I gotta edit.
yeah, I just think a lot of the time we are afraid of. I think that we are afraid of the why because we have to examine. And a lot of the time when we ask why, we have a tendency to examine ourselves. Why are we getting into that situation? Why do we care so much? Why do we want the best for other people? I don't have that problem because I think I have my answer already. I'm just a caring person, right? But everybody doesn't have that patience of examining the question within themselves. Like, why are you asking that question? You know what I mean? Why are you so connected to this person, or why are you so concerned about that situation over there? A lot of people don't know how to examine themselves, so they afraid to ask the why, because not only is they trying to examine the problem, they're trying to examine themselves being concerned with the question. So that could be the problem too.
No, I mean, if you don't ask yourself that question, you can keep blaming stuff on supernatural things too. So there's no accountability or responsibility.
Mhm.
I'm petty. I'm just being petty, bro. I mean, but it makes you responsible. And like I said, that shit can be uncomfortable as hell. Because like you said, you gotta do, you know, examination of self. Because why most things happen in your life is because you put yourself in position for that shit to happen. That's just the easiest answer I can give anybody. That's why the shit happened in your life is you put yourself in position for that shit to happen to you. Once you become responsible for self age, I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, when you were a kid, I mean, it ain't your fault. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit you go through that you have no power or control over when you're a child, right? Responsibility is of the adults to protect and provide for you until you can do it yourself. So, that's one of the things I had to wrestle with in my head because there's so much shit I went through as a kid, and I'm like, bruh, like like I just felt powerless, and then I had to realize, shit, you was. There ain't nothing you could have did, and you can't really be mad at
Right.
the people, like the adults around you. Me personally, I was trying to eliminate that anger, bro, and then I realized, like, damn, I can't put like the adults around me wasn't equipped to really do nothing about this, or they was so indoctrinated or desensitized to shit that they didn't really understand, and I can't blame them for that, you know. But what I can do is do better than they did. That was the lesson. Because if I didn't, I would have continued that same learned behavior, what people call generational curses. I would have continued that. But by
Uh-huh.
me learning from their mistake, I was able not to make those mistakes. All right, I got my own mistakes to make. I ain't got to keep making old ones. I can make some new ones. But we can fuck up some new shit. We didn't learn from the old shit. Let's go fuck up some new shit. That's how you gotta look at it. But
I agree with that, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna examine myself again, right? I used to ask myself, why am I so angry, right? I'm so angry with the world. I'm angry with this. I'm angry with that. Sometimes you have to understand when you ask that question, why, you have to have patience for the answer to even come out. As you said, you would have to ask a question 15 times, maybe 14 times to get to the 15th question of why, right? I'm angry at the whole world. I'm sitting there trying to be responsible at this age and this, that, and third. Now I come to the conclusion sometimes, I mean, my situation happened because I needed to go down the path of understanding who I was supposed to be. If that situation never occurs, if my mom doesn't pass away, it sounds crazy and it might sound, harsh for other people to understand. When my mom passed away, I had to forge my own path. That may have been the only way to have that path even open up. You see what I'm saying? Because, you know, mom is going to be there to nurture you and things like that, and teach you and love you and all those other things. Sometimes you have to go through the path that's not always taken. And so when I finally came to that understanding, like I tell people all the time, I probably wouldn't have no kids if my mom was alive because my attention was, like that family, mom and grandmom and all of those things. I don't think my life will be where it's at if that one situation doesn't occur. I'm not regretting, I'm sad that she's gone, but I don't regret the path that had to be taken in order to get there. So that's why I try to tell people sometimes you're wise, you got to have patience to get to that answer because it's not going to happen, or you're not going to get that answer overnight all of the time.
facts, bro. It's like I grew up watching. Uh, I remember as a kid, like I didn't move with my mom until I was 9. I was with my grandmother, and when I was like 7, 8 years old, that's when I really noticed like it was a difference. Like it was like, damn, I see my cousins and stuff. They mom and dad in the house. I don't have one parent in the house. I'm living with grandma, right? I don't like. Then you watch TV and you see people with moms and dads. I'm like, I have a mom and dad. I would go visit them, and I'm like, damn, I go visit my mom. Like all this shit is like, I'm like, damn, I go visit my mom and dad, right? And I didn't understand why. Like, and then I had cousins teasing me, "Mom and Dad don't want you. That's why you living with grandma." Then I'm hearing that, and then it's like, then I looked at what I had. Like my grandma used to spit so much game. She was like, I remember she cut up a watermelon one day, right? And she did this on purpose. She gave me the smallest piece, and I'm looking at everybody else's piece, and she said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Everybody else's piece bigger." She said, "Oh yeah." She said, "Well, you want a bigger piece?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She said, "Why?" I said, "Because everybody else got a bigger piece." He said, "Okay, go in the house and get a bigger piece." Went in the house, wasn't no more watermelon. Came back out, and the piece that I had was gone.
Damn.
And I said, "Grandma," I said, "ain't no more watermelon in there." I said, and the piece that I had was gone. And she said, "Oh." She said, "Yeah." She said, "So you was paying attention to what everybody else had and wanted what they had, and now that you don't have nothing, you miss what you did have." She said you would still have it if you weren't paying attention to other people. She said, "You know why I gave you the littlest piece?" And I said, "Why?" And she said, "Because the littlest piece is actually the biggest piece. It didn't have that much seeds in it, and it was fatter. Everybody else is just longer." She said, "But now you don't have that because you pay attention to what everybody else has." She said, "When you pay attention to what you don't have, you neglect what you do have. You don't appreciate what you do have."
Mm-hmm.
And I learned that lesson at a
That's
very young age, bro. And I stopped looking. I noticed what other people had, and I understood it was a possibility for me to obtain that because I seen someone with it, but I never was jealous of what other people had, or never really. I didn't want it because they had it. I wanted it because I began to define what why I wanted things. Because I seen
mm.
people, I'm like, that look nice, but I'm straight. I'm straight. Yeah, it looked nice. They look like they having fun, but that ain't something. That ain't my style. A lot of people don't do that, bro. Most people want things because they see other people having fun with it. Then when they get it, they realize like this ain't really me. And I learned that at a young age. And throughout the years, I honed the understanding more and more and more. But that's how that worked out, bro.
Yeah, and shout out to the OGs in your life, right? Because grandma was teaching you a lesson. Not to say that your mom wouldn't have taught it to you. It's just that you have a better understanding because grandma gave that to you. You see what I'm saying? It's not to say that mom wasn't able to instill some things. It's just that grandma is more uh easier to understand to say because you had that rapport with her. You had that understanding. Now, of course, your mom is back in your life, and it's there. But just imagine if that situation doesn't happen. Do you think you learn that lesson from that manner? I don't think you do. See what I'm saying? That's why sometimes you just have to be patient with your whys, patient with why your wise answer. Because if you don't, you're gonna miss the entire lesson, right? But like here's an example. If people was to sit there and ask themselves why do they turn wants into needs, they would slow down themselves and wait after they get the answer. They would slow down and adjust the reasoning of turning wants into needs. But because they don't have the time to examine themselves or that question in totality, they just continue to do it because they don't want to hear the answer. They think the answer is going to make them look inferior or crazy or something of that nature. And that's not what it's really there to do. But of course, how I say people, you don't try to you don't trump people's feelings, but some like you say, their feelings don't matter to what the intention was in the first place. But if you don't have a balance between those two, you just gonna fumble situations.
And see, like, because I know a lot of times I say things and it come out wrong. Hurt. I care about people. You can see it in my actions, bro. I don't try to
Mm-hmm.
hurt somebody maliciously or even insult, be insulting. But at the same time, I can't not be me. And I know sometimes people, and I try to give people warnings like, hey, man, this might sound a little crazy, but, and I give an explanation of what I'm saying. And there's no offense to nobody. But, bro, I can't,
Right.
like, I don't like stepping around egg. I'm going to step all through the fucking eggshells. I'm crushing fucking egg, bro. Fuck all that shit because I can't control nobody's feelings. I do my best to not intentionally hurt anyone's feelings. I don't go out with the intent like I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings, but I know things that I say sometimes may make people feel a certain type of way, and it's not out of malicious intent, like I'm intentionally trying to trigger or hurt someone. That's not in my heart. But I can't help, by the way, where people at in their life, as far as how emotionally aware they are, if they can emotionally regulate themselves. I can't help that. You
Right.
know, some people are just fucking insecure, bro, about things. Right? That's like this. Shout out to Mod. I was on the panel one day and she warned me. She like, this dude kind of wild. Sometimes he might come up and say the N word. I'm like, shit, I'm cool. I'm used to it. He came up. I don't know if he said the N word or not. I don't know if he said it or not that night. I can't remember. But like I'm not bothered by like racist ass people. I already know what it is. They're insecure. I
Mm.
mean, I already know what it is. I mean, most racist people, they have some type of insecurity, inferior uh, complex. I mean, it's their problem, not mine. Basically, what I'm saying. So I don't feel no type of way. Where do I put my coffee cup? I know I did not leave that motherfucker outside. God damn it. Yeah, man, bro. Well, I'm gonna just use a regular. I like my thermos, bro. I always drink on my thermos. Oh, here you go. I can't see, bro. It's next to
I know
all
you
black.
can't see. Be
So
patient with
it's
him.
and it is.
Y'all be patient with him. He can't see.
Yeah.
But
John Cena tell
I
me, you
mean,
can't see me. I'm like, I know, motherfucker. Can't see a lot of things, not
but
just you, motherfucker. I
but
be,
that's why
I get on my mama's nerves with that. My dad be like, I don't want to hear none of that shit. You can see better than most people. That's because I try. Actually, I have to work harder than the other people to see. So, yeah, I usually see other things people don't because they overlook it. Most people take their eyesight for granted.
and I think that's the point that they was trying to make to you. You see what I'm saying? Like you keep don't we're not gonna make that an excuse. We gonna bypass that. We gonna say you still can
Nah,
see
fuck
better
that.
than
I'm
most
using
people
that as
can.
an excuse. I don't care what nobody. Leave me alone. I got a handicap sticker and everything. Goddammit. That's my that's my excuse, and I'm using it. That's what annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Because I'm being a smart ass when I use it. I ain't using it. I'm using the shit intentionally. Nah, I can't see shit,
He
bro.
said, "That's my crutch. Damn it, leave my shit
Mm-mm. That's my damn. Every time I think about you, I can't even think of the concept. Uh, plausible not deniability. That's what I got. I got plausible deniability when
Oh,
it comes to anything with eyesight. Leave me alone.
man, I ain't
Man, they
see
ain't
you,
doing that
man."
shit. You said
And
what?
I know a lot of people hate that when you say that too, because they probably like, you ain't got no walking cane, you ain't got none of that. You sit there talk about
Oh,
this,
I got
this.
my cane, bro. I walk around with a cane.
Oh,
I ain't got the blind man cane, the little stick one that
yeah,
flip
that's what
out
I'm
like
talking
that. I
about.
ain't
You
got
don't
that
got
one,
that, so they
but I
don't.
got a cane.
Yeah, they. But that's what I'm saying is the simplicity of when somebody say they blind, that's the first thing they look for, the walking cane, the blind man, the thing that taps on the floor, that cane. So they just don't believe you half the time. I'm legally blind. What the hell does that mean? Da, 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 da. I'm telling you, I'm blind. That's what it means. But people always want to find an excuse to try to misbelieve or unbelieve what you're saying just because you're not the normalcy. But that's what people need to understand. Things that are normal ain't always going to happen the way that it's supposed to. There's unnormal situations that happen. Just because he telling you he can't see, he don't need the damn walking cane. He probably got somebody walking with him, or you know what I mean. He can be blind and still have a little bit of vision. He's not totally blind. He's blind. But
I'm
you know,
legally blind. No,
people just
I use
that,
the proper term, legally blind. Legally blind don't mean you can't see. Legally, the term legally blind means like I forgot how much percentage of sight you have to have, but I have no fucking peripheral vision. That's one of them. That's one of the like bro, I had to go through months and months of tests, and I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? My wife just wanted the
mm.
handicap sticker. That's why I went through all this. Like, we getting something. I'm just saying, I ain't wrong. I'm petty, bro. I be doing shit like that all the time. I remember, I remember, I went, I left my phone in the car. We was in Myers or something. Man, I was so mad because my wife left me. I went to the service counter like, man, I am legally blind. And my wife walked away from me, and I can't see nothing. Can you please call her to the service? Man, my wife was mad as hell, and they called her. I was like, told your ass not to leave me. The lady was like, man, you left your blind husband, and he couldn't find his way around the store. He was like, his ass can see. Like I told you, I'm petty. Stop playing with me. Told your ass not to leave me in this bright ass store. I can't see. Shit. So bright as hell. Walking into the freezer and shit.
But that's you know, I mean,
Oh man.
it's just crazy. Shout out to Mr. Ma, right? You know, it's like it's it's a reason why she is a unique person, right? Because she has different
My
personalities that
bad. Hold
come
on
up on
one
her
second.
panel.
I didn't see that. Let me rock this real quick.
Work
KY.
out the
Okay, go ahead.
money, work out the juice. Work out the 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 money, work out the juice.
Shout out to Kalani. Shout
I
out.
appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate it. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just walked past
Nah,
you.
nah, it's cool. Well, no, because what I was gonna say was, you know, Miss Ahmad, like she has many different personalities on her panel, right? And some people may ask, like, why does she do that? And you know, instead of them coming to the conclusion that you know she has all of those personalities to show that you still can get an answer from people, even if they're from left, right, up or down situations in their life, right? You know, but you know, because she is who she is, she makes it work. And you know, that's why, you know, I always give her a shout out. You know what I mean? I always give her her props because, you know, a lot of people wouldn't know how to manage that situation. And sometimes they do get out of hand, but it's not all the time
No.
because there's a level of
You mean the wife
respect for
ID
her at that aspect.
or
So,
AID?
you know, shout out to Mr. Mott.
No, give me a second.
Who you talking to, Lil D?
Hey, Aki. You motherfucking random dude, bro. Not feel it. What the hell did you get? You gotta show IDs. You I need the ID. I can't scan mine. What the hell you in order? NyQuil.
He went in there with Mrs. World.
Who?
Just smack him.
The kid?
So
What
just
is
smack
what
him. He
they
would
get
know
a
why.
surgery? Why did he? I don't think they got that. So they had to get something with a refrigerator. So you had to put your ID. Is this? Oh, shit, that like wasn't even on. No, go sit down somewhere. No, go sit down.
Oh, that's Nola.
Oh, you good?
That's Nola. Nola acting up. Nola acting up, y'all. But yeah, it's like I said, it's just the why aspect. I just think like I was saying earlier, I just think people don't really take the time to really understand that aspect or that reasoning of why. So, you have to really sit down and really think about things before you put that why in the play, because it has many different avenues. And sometimes the shortcut ain't gonna get you the way you need to go. Mic check, mic check. As he still talking to his wife. Y'all don't worry about him. But let me check the chat. I'm sitting there looking. Okay, Mr. Mod says, thank you, Gary. I don't think you're a weirdo, Mod. I just think that you have a
I mean,
gift
you
of,
can
of,
hold
of,
it.
of bringing people together. So it's not that some people may think you weird, but the gift is the gift. So you shouldn't even worry about that.
No, you good.
No, I'm reading. I'm just reading chat. That was Dr. Spider that joined the live, and he did
I'm
use
an
the N
asshole.
word, but he got locked up shortly after that night. Damn, he's still in
Man, I
jail?
feel bad now. I feel bad as hell because the dude heard me like, what the fuck are you ringing my doorbell? He was like, my bad about the doorbell. Man.
Damn, Dr.
Well,
Spider, you still locked up? You got to
he was
climb
a
out of
small
jail,
dude too.
Spidey.
I yeah, man, I probably could have threw him too. He's probably about 5'5". I probably would have threw his ass too. I'm gonna do it in the
Uh-oh.
next 2 years. I'm gonna throw somebody. I know I am. I talk about it too
Here it
much, bro.
comes,
You
y'all.
like manifesting it.
It's
You
coming,
know what I gotta
y'all.
do that. I gotta do my push ups.
It's coming. It's
What did you eat? Oh, oh, take your butt back to sleep. Did you get a doorbell? Why is it like I ain't never heard it that damn loud? The doorbell. Man, my doorbell will never get that loud. I guess it's louder at night or something. Really like ding dong. Like, bruh. I probably think like that because
it's
I ain't actually
it's
up late.
kicking in, y'all. It's kicking in. Don't worry, it's kicking in.
What's kicking it?
That good power you had earlier. That's it kicking.
Oh no, bro, that shit fire. Go to flame. Where are my damn spoons at, bro?
Look,
Ain't
he
no
talking
damn
about
spoons in the
doorbell.
house. Oh, my daughter. She probably been throwing them away. Bro, we went through two, man, my kid. I'm like, bro, them ain't paper plates, bro. I mean, them ain't paper, like disposable silverware. They be throwing that shit in the garbage, bro. Like,
Mm,
take your plate to the garbage. Or in the kitchen. And they decide to throw that shit in the garbage. I told my wife, ain't
that's
no point in
crazy.
getting no night shit until they grown. They're older. All the night shit we get, they fucking ain't no point, bro. She want to get a
It
new
ain't.
couch set.
I
I'm
get it.
like, you better get that shit off of Amazon or something. We ain't going to no nice place and get another new couch set. We just got this one and they got shit on it. I gotta buy a carpet clean. I mean, not a carpet cleaner, a couch cleaner, like a little vacuum, the
Little
couch wafter.
vacuum couch cleaner. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, couch cover. You put a couch cover on the couch. Wake up in the morning, that bitch
Long,
gone. Like, hold on, where the cover is? under the damn couch.
As long as it ain't plastic, we don't care. That's why grandma put the
No, it's a
plastic.
fabric one, but I'm like, how the fuck did it get under the couch? Oh, 'cause my daughter crawling under it, and like she inside the
Yeah.
couch cover. Like, bro, you tripping, bro? My I'll be like, y'all be finding some crazy shit to do, and my dad be laughing like, oh, my dad was like, we couldn't leave a screwdriver around you. They said they couldn't leave no tools around me because I'll be taking some shit apart. And so they
Yeah, you
enjoying this shit.
MacGyver. You
Oh, bro, they
MacGyver.
enjoying this shit. They be cracking up, bro. And then I be over exaggerating shit to make shit sound funny. But no, I didn't tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this the other day. Man, look, this is how you know I don't really get embarrassed about shit because what I'm about to share with y'all. I don't know if a lot of people will share this, but the other day, y'all know I can't see, right? I'm changing my daughter diaper, right? And I thought she shit, right? Because I'm like, damn, but she was farting. So, but she be doing fart noises with her mouth. So as I'm changing her diaper, I hear the fart noise, and I'm looking at her, and she start laughing. So I'm thinking she doing it with her mouth. So I go back to changing her. She do it again, and I'm like, man, I don't know if she doing that with her mouth. It sounds like it's coming from the bottom, not the top. So the third time she did it, I felt something wet hit my hand. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And so I'm looking,
Ugh.
and as soon as I look, bro, just diarrhea all on the wall, all in front of me. Man, the shit went right. But you know how, like, as a man, you got a mustache, and right between
Mm-hmm.
your nose and your lip, that spot, right? Like,
Oh.
and yeah, bro, I had a big wad of diarrhea
Oh.
entangled into my mustache. I was mad as hell, bro. And she just laughed, and I'm
Ugh.
like, yo, wait till I put. I was literally putting the diaper on, about to pass it, bro. Well, she did it, but I felt something wet on my hand. Like, what the fuck is that? Right before I was about to pull the diaper up, I felt something wet. And if I didn't hesitate, I wouldn't have got splattered. But yeah, she caught me right in between the nose and the lip, bro.
Ugh.
And it was like it was entangled in my mustache. I'm like, I want to cut this motherfucker off now, bro. I'm sitting in the bathroom scrubbing it and shit. Like, god damn.
Then you
I
going
got
you
the,
gonna
the
cut it
nail
all
brush
off?
you get. Yeah, the nail brush that you use to get the dirt from under your nails. I done put that soap all
Mm-hmm.
up. I put some Dawn. I'm like, man, if this shit gets grease all up, it should get the shit off my mustache, right? So I got the Dawn washing this liquid soap on there. I'm scrubbing my face with this brush and shit. Like, god damn, bro. I'm gonna be smelling shit for at least a day. Like, god damn, she got after the
He said he
motherfucker.
put the door.
And as soon as I tell my wife, she cracking up. I'm like, you only laughing because it ain't happening to you. Shut up. She's like, yeah, that's when I'm supposed
That's
to laugh.
true.
It didn't happen to me when it happened to you. I'm like, okay, okay, okay.
Ugh.
My son never got me, but my daughter did. She done got me a couple times, bro. I remember one time she took the diaper, like you untake the diaper, you get the wipe before yeah, so you gotta wipe before you move the diaper, right? You gotta make sure ain't no shit
Right.
on the thighs and stuff before you move the diaper. You get shit everywhere, right? So I didn't move the
Right.
diaper yet, so I'm wiping her leg. Next thing I know, and y'all know I can't see. So I caught a corner of the diaper moving. And before I can look up, bro, it was like, them things when people put like the pie in your face. Man, she got me, bro. I
Mm-hmm.
had the shit all over my eyebrows. Like, oh my God, I'm mad as
Oh
hell, bro.
no.
Yeah, man, my daughter got me. Like
Oh.
those are 2 times she got me. I ain't gonna overstate, but she did give me those 2 times. Bro. I mean, I'm like, and my eyebrows, though, bro. Like, come on now, man. I ain't never seen that shit
The
happen, bro.
eyebrow. He said the eyebrow.
like she face my ass with a diaper, a shit diaper. Like, come on now, man.
Mm. Oh, you good.
Yeah,
I
that's what
think I
she
would have went
did.
ham. I would have went
So I
ham
can't
after
wait till
that
she
one.
had kids. If I'm still alive when she had kids, I'm gonna make sure the kids shit on her, bro. I promise you, I am. I'm gonna make sure she had a hell of a time, bro.
What is
Tell her to
this?
text
I
them,
told
man.
you.
I was telling you, man, I'm
Mm-mm-mm.
making yeah, a hell of a time. I think that's what grandparents. I mean, I think that'd be their greatest joy is to watch their kids go through the shit that they went through with them. I think that's the great joy. My parents just be laughing, bro.
Mm-hmm. They probably sit back like, that's exactly what you did to me. I told you he's gonna come back. Sure enough,
Boy, if my
he'll be
grandma
coming
was
right back
alive,
to
I know
you.
she'd be talking a lot of shit. Bro. My grandma would be talking a lot of shit. Because that's where I did all the bad shit. But it wasn't really bad around my parents. I was bad around my grandma. I remember that time, bro. I put a bullet in her dresser. I was watching MacGyver and shit. I put
There
that
you
bitch
go. I told you.
in between two bricks to hold the bullet up, and I put a nail on her back and hit that bitch with a hammer. All you heard was boom. And I'm sitting there like, oh shit. And I didn't know. I was like 4 years old, bro. I didn't know when a bullet stopped that the shit came out the side of the bullet. So like the bricks broke the bullet. I don't know where the fucking bullet was. But I was like, it was like, ooh, it was a 9 millimeter bullet too. Those little stubby, short, fat thing. Man, my grandma beat the living shit out of me. Like, you could have killed yourself. I'm like, I seen it on MacGyver. That's how he opened the door. He was mad as hell. He was mad as
I
hell,
tell
bro.
you, MacGyver. Oh my, yo, I wasn't allowed to
Yeah,
watch
MacGyver
MacGyver
got me
because
in
I
so
was like,
much
first of
trouble,
all,
bro.
yeah, I'm like, first of all, if I was to
Bro,
try that, I don't know what result gonna be, but I don't think I'm gonna like the results, so I ain't doing it.
bro, I remember I took a plug socket apart and I took the two wires to put it on the light bulb to see if it worked, bro. The light bulb said, poof. And my grandma was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, I seen it on MacGyver. She was like, what the fuck is MacGyver? She didn't even know what MacGyver was. Bro. Her sister-in-law got me hooked on to MacGyver, bro. I used to watch it over her house all the time. I never watched it at my grandma's house because we ain't had a channel. So every time I used to go over my aunt's house, her sister-in-law, and she babysit me,
Mhm.
we'd be watching MacGyver. He was like, my grandma was like, what the fuck is MacGyver? I was bad.
That was
I
it.
did some shit that I should have got fucked up, bro, playing with electricity and shit as a kid. I think I was like 4 or 5 years old when I did. I did that before I did the bullet. I blew up the light bulb with the plug socket before I did the bullet.
Yeah, but that's why we know you dangerous now. You over there doing weirdo stuff for 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So how you? We ain't trusting you. I ain't letting you lead us nowhere. You dangerous. Nah, it's gonna be all right. Just watch, man. If I put this wire right here and then put that wire there, we gonna get light. You like who was the damn, which one of them was making experiments all the time and blowing up? One of the Muppets. Was that Gonzo? Gonzo. Yeah, Gonzo do shit like that.
Yeah, Gonzo.
A weird ass thing. He just, well, let's try this. Ah, that's you.
Mhm.
Just experiment with stuff, blowing stuff up for no reason. I just wanted to see if it worked. You ain't want to know why it worked. You was just let me see if it works. You ain't had no why examination, nothing. You just let me see if it works. It worked. You got bullet fragments all over the place. Oh, I guess that works. He's a dangerous guy.
But that ingenuity, bro, has helped me in so many different ways. Like, cause that's how I adapt to things. I adapt quickly just by saying, okay, I don't have what typically will work, but I can create something to duplicate that. So that's just how I live my life, bro. So that shit has gotten me, yeah.
A lot of people wouldn't understand a lot of things that you saw on that TV can get you through a situation. They don't believe that.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, it's not like you stopped a bomb with a hockey ticket, but it made
Bro,
your
I met
scientific skills take interest that much. That's one thing about MacGyver. He made your scientific mind come to action.
I remember my one cousin, he passed away. I remember he locked me in a room, bro. He locked me in the bathroom, right? And it just so happened my grandma
Um,
used to light candles in the bathroom. So he wouldn't let me out. And I said, I bet you $5 you won't look through the keyhole. As soon as he looked through the keyhole, bro, I took her hair, that pink hairspray, that pink oil, that come in that spray bottle, and a lighter back. I sprayed his eye, my ass whooped, bro. He was laughing while she was
gotta blow the
whooping my
man
ass.
eye
He's like,
out.
I can't believe you did that. Like, I was like, he locked me in the bathroom. I was a little devious motherfucker. Like, you did something to me, I was gonna get your ass. I remember, man, I got my ass whooped. He ain't had no eyebrows for like a month, bro.
Yeah, you done took the man eyebrows out.
Mhm.
Lucky was his eyeball. Dangerous ass kid.
I ain't even. Now that I'm older,
Uh,
I'm like, damn, he could have been blinded for life. I could have fucked him up doing that, but I didn't care at that time. Like, you locked me in. You bigger than me. I
Man,
can't
I
do
ain't thinking
shit. I'm
about
gonna
nothing.
get
You
your
ain't
ass.
thinking about none of that when you small. You was not thinking
Mm-mm.
about consequences after that. I'm doing
You
it.
thinking
I
about
don't
get
care.
back?
Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, bro. I was like, bro. That's like one of my nicknames growing up. They called me Wacko D. I'm telling you, I did some crazy shit. Like, you fuck with me, I got creative with you. That's it. I'm gonna get you back. I remember this one dude. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I liked this girl in high school, and this dude he was more popular than me on the football team, and he schooled her, and he was teasing me about it. So I put some icy hot in his jock skirt. Got his ass back, but you won't be hitting that
Yo,
shit.
what's wrong with you? He had that man thing on fire the whole day.
You on fire up in here. It's burning up.
I
You
hope it
on
wasn't
fire.
game day. I hope it was
It
during
gets
an
too hot.
off day. Was it during the
Hey,
game?
right before the game. When he's
Oh,
getting, when he's getting dressed for the game. And
yo,
this
use it.
motherfucker, he was his locker was like two stalls from my. He was getting dressed, and I'm sitting there. I'm mad as hell, putting my shit on. And he was like, "Damn, I got to shit. Let me go shit before the game." And I was like, "Oh, you shouldn't have did that." It's like
Got
on his ass.
him. Look, he's a dangerous ass dude, man.
Like,
I hope he wasn't no quarterback because he can't.
no, he was a lineman.
I'm about to say he's
We had
scrambling
to, so it
all
didn't
day. I
matter.
mean, whoop.
That motherfucker was
Yo,
in the
his little
shower
thing
for the
was
first
on
half trying. Yeah, he was in the shower for the whole first half trying to get that shit off. Bro.
Yo, you's a wild dude, man.
And
You's
look,
a
the only
wild
reason I
dude.
knew to do that because we had sex ed, right? It's the only reason I knew to do that, right? Just put the icy out in there. I ain't seen it on the movie or nothing. We had sex ed probably like 2 days before that, and they was talking about like how the scrotum is very absorbent, and if you put alcohol on it, it'll burn. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's when the light bulb went off. It's like, oh, okay. I thought about that shit for 2 whole days, and I was just looking for my opportunity. That's why when he was like, I gotta go shit. I was like, okay, so I know what's gonna happen. You gonna come out, you will hurry up and get dressed, so you ain't gonna be paying attention to shit. Perfect timing.
You are a dangerous guy, man.
Mhm.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that the rest of your life. Be the calm, nurturing word that you are today. The easy
Yeah, I'm cool with
lexicon
that.
going
I
guy that
don't
you
put
are.
myself around a lot of people. That's
You
how I
put
stopped that. I just
you
stopped
put
putting
that
myself
icy
around a
hot in
lot of
there.
people. Put myself around the right people who don't trigger me to do dumb shit.
Nobody was around you at that time. You you was just upset because the girl was with him.
Man, no, bro. I
That's
was
one of
kind
those.
of courting her, bro. You know, I was like, I wasn't one of them thirsty dude. I was actually trying to court her.
You
And
let
you know I
feelings
liked her,
get
bro.
involved. That's
You
one of
know
those
I
rare
liked
times.
her. You said what?
That's one of those rare times that your feelings get take control.
I wouldn't have cared if he didn't tease me about it and tried to put me on Front Street. Like he did that shit in front of everybody. Like he tried to like if he would have just screwed her and okay, yeah. But it's like you bragging about it, like I hit it first. You ain't shit. If she really liked you, you could have hit it. But he a hoe anyway. This that, and I'm like, you're right. He is a hoe. It turned out to be a hoe. But so what? I wanted to hit too. Huh? But yeah, if he ain't trying to embarrass me with it, I wouldn't have bothered or cared. I didn't do it because he hit. I did it because he was being an asshole towards me.
Revenge is yours, huh?
Hmm.
Vengeance is mine. you wasn't waiting on God to get vengeance, huh? I'm getting this now. Thank you, God, for the opportunity.
No, the crazy thing is like I thought about doing it, but it was like it wasn't like I was gonna do it. It was like when I heard that, I'm like, damn, I wonder if I did this to him, how it turned out. It was like a thought. And I kept contemplating it. And then the opportunity presented itself.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
it's crazy how it worked out because I used to go to like right before the game, I used to eat like either like 4 double cheeseburgers or either like a whole pizza. And I had went and got a pizza before the game. And I was late coming back. So when he was getting dressed and when all that stuff happened, it was probably like 3 people left in the locker room. But it was like, man, his shit was close. So it wasn't even nobody really in there to see me do it. So that's why I'm like the opportunity presented itself. And then I started thinking like he gonna be in a rush trying to hurry up and get dressed, so he ain't even gonna pay attention to it. So it was like it was too perfect not to do it. Like if I
I
would have got
guess
back
so.
early, I'd probably been on the field. But it was like everything worked out in a way where it made it the probability of me getting away with it was higher. Then nobody know what was going on. Coach looking for him. I'm already on the field. They didn't know it was icy hot and shit until after the game
How do you know that?
because they smelled the cup.
Mm.
All right, somebody put. He didn't know I did it until after the season. He didn't even know I did it. He didn't know what happened until after the season was over.
Damn. You would have got
But
away
guess
with
what
it.
he didn't do? Guess what he didn't do after that? He didn't say shit else to me about banging that girl. Even when he didn't know I didn't do it, he never said nothing else. He had his hands busy. People was teasing him about burning balls.
He knew you did it. I don't care what you say. He knew. That's why he ain't say nothing else.
Yeah, he said that after I told him. He's like, I know you did that shit. I was like, I can do worse. He looked at me like, you crazy. Fucking crazy, dude. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, probably wasn't even with the girl no more after he told. He probably left the girl way after that, way before that, way before you told
No,
him.
he just hit it.
I know.
He wasn't
I
even
told
trying
you
to
he
be.
wasn't with the girl. That's crazy.
And this the crazy thing.
You just,
You get
mm,
older and shit. Like we
huh?
it wasn't it's like we met up, like you meet up with someone. It wasn't like a class reunion, but
Huh.
I think it was somebody's birthday. Yeah, all a whole bunch of people who went to school came. It was at Belle Isle, so a whole bunch of people who went to school came to the party. It was like a picnic,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about it. He was like, "Man, I did you a favor. And you did that to me, bro." He said, "Man, my balls was fucked up a couple years after that." I'm like, "My
I
bad,
bet it
bro."
was.
He's like, "But I did you a favor because she wasn't nothing but a hoe, and you at that time you used to be all lovey dovey and shit." Man, if you would have got with her, she still would have been fucking other people. I did you a favor, bro. I'm like, yeah, you probably did, but I had fun. Got your ass.
Too late. I had my fun.
All
You had your cake. I had my fun. We even.
right.
Y'all crazy. Shout out to the 313 because they crazy up there.
Yeah. You good, ain't you, boy?
Super.
I love that city. I had some fun times growing up in I had some fun times. It was some bad times, but it was fun times too.
Well, the good outweighs the bad, so it's always it's always a plus when the good outweighs the bad.
Yeah.
Because not everybody could. Well, here's the thing: you different anyway. Because you could make a bad a good. So who knows? You might have saw more bad than good, and just turned out to be who you are by overcoming that situation. Who knows? Only you know that. But that's why you go through life. You made the decisions you made though because of your experiences. What you was talking about hope before, right? If you don't have no hope, you can't elevate the faith, right? You be stuck on a belief system because you don't have no hope that things will elevate or get better because it goes from hope, from believing to hoping, and then hoping to faith, and it's a process. So you got to go through those experiences in order to get to that faith part.
I bypass faith and go to no.
Yeah,
I bypass
you
faith.
elevate,
I understand
right?
that though.
Yeah, you elevate to the highest of the highest. As some as the religion would say, you was in the holiest of holies. You was in a whole state. But I ain't here to
And
debunk. I ain't here to debunk religion tonight.
but all that I just feel like it comes down to you making a decision. You know, it comes down to you deciding whether you gonna let this situation beat you down or you gonna fuck it up. That's how I look at it. Am I gonna whoop your ass or you gonna whoop my ass? No matter what I go through. But you have to have that belief in yourself before you can know that you strong enough to overcome it. You gotta believe first until you can go through shit and prove that you are strong enough to overcome things. But once you get those examples, that's why, I appreciate the tough ass, hard ass childhood I had because it prepared me to be an adult.
Hmm.
I was already forged in the fire as a kid. So when I became an adult, it's like, I ain't gonna say this shit is child's play, but I'm already prepared for it. So it don't bother me
Yeah,
the way it would if I never had those experiences to prepare me for it. That's why people start jumping off of buildings and shit when they get older. They ain't never been through shit when they was young.
it made you put those minor problems down. Like that shit ain't nothing. That's why that book says when I was a child I did childish things. That's pretty much telling you you did the little things. Now you're an adult. You have to make major decisions. Those minor ones help you become a major thinker. Now when the major results come, you have a broader idea of what you need to do. So but that's what I'm saying. The experience matters. Your life experiences matter. Your truth may not be the truth, but it's yours. It helped you get to where you needed to be to understand the truth from your truth. You see what I'm saying? So
It's like being on the internet, bro. Like I can hear the people who've been indulging in books their whole life versus people who experience life. I can tell you can
Mhm.
tell, bro. And there's a lot of people out here, who are super, intelligent as far as regurgitating what they read, but they that shit don't half of that shit don't. That's why I was talking about delusion the other day. Like that shit sound good
Mhm.
on paper, bro, but that shit is not. You can't apply that shit to life. Like that shit just don't work like that. But they said it in this book. Yeah, bro, that shit was written like 300 years ago. Get the modern times with the shit, bro.
But that's what happens when you what is it? Book smart, street smarts, right? They call
Mhm.
you if you got street smarts, they're going to call you a thug and all that. It's not about being a thug. It's about the experience of not of having your situation occur that doesn't happen within a book. You know what I mean? Well, if you cross the street at the light, man, I'm trying to get across the street. I ain't worried about no traffic light. I'm a jaywalk. That's dangerous. It's not dangerous if you know what you're doing. But if you go by the book telling you push the button and wait for the light to turn green. I'm trying to catch the bus. I ain't waiting no half hour to wait for no another bus. I'm straight. I'm getting over there regardless. Dip, dip, dip. Right? That's the difference between having that book smart and the street smart. But when you have it together, you become like a person, a cosmopolitan, meaning you've been through so many different situations, whether it's book smart or street smart, you can get through a bunch of diverse situations because you experience more than the average person. You experience more than that person reading the book or that person that just know the street stuff. Now you have the combination of both. That's what makes you a dangerous person because you combined the two and became a better version of yourself. That's why they feel you
It,
dangerous.
it's funny you say that because one of the OGs, he used to always call me it, right? And I'd be like, every time you see me, he'd be like, hey, it. I'd be like, and then I seen that movie, It. And I asked him, I said, bro, you calling me the damn clown in the sewer? He said, no, man. He said, it's an acronym. He said, it means intelligent thug. He said, you have the book smarts, but you have the mentality of a street, N word. And I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, you an intelligent thug. He's like, you dangerous, bro. You dangerous. And I'm like, okay. So I didn't know what that shit meant at first. And then I realized when I got older and I applied, like I was telling Rachel last night, man, I was looking, like I was in this real estate class. Like when I first got my license and they teach you how to market yourself. And I'm listening to what they say, and I'm looking like, nah, bro, fuck that. I got a better way. I'm gonna hustle this shit like I used to hustle. Like that's what I'm gonna do. And so I start getting clientele without them. Like while we doing this real estate course, I'm getting houses listed, and they like, we ain't even teach you that part yet. I'm like, bro, you told me what I need to do, and I start doing. Like I don't wait for shit. This shit ain't nothing but hustling, bro. That's all this shit is. Like, oh, market
Mhm.
myself. Well, I know I did that because it's the same concept. Like, so when you first become a real estate agent, you got to market yourself. You got to find clientele, right? You got to find people.
Mhm.
But guess what? These people probably already got people they know, or they may know a real estate agent, or they may know someone who knows a real estate agent. So that's just like in the street.
Mhm.
Like if you just start hustling, bro, you ain't got no custos. You got to find some. So what you got to do? I got to offer something better than what the people are who are already doing it offer. Same thing in the street. I got
Right.
to offer more deals. My product got to be better. I got to be willing. If they sell it for 5, I got to sell it for 4. I got to entice
Mhm.
these people to come to me instead of going to what they know. And then once I get them, I got to keep them because there's gonna be another person coming up doing the same thing I'm doing right now. All that shit was like street shit to me, like hustling. That's all it was. Like business ain't nothing but hustling. It's legally.
Mhm.
That's all it is. So the
Yep.
same concept that made me money on the street, I applied it to the businesses, and I always did good. And then it made me realize that's why I went back to the hood telling people like, hey, bro, this a lick. Like this shit easy. And guess what? We ain't gotta worry about going to jail. We ain't get raided. We ain't gotta worry about no crazy ass crackheads trying to kick in the door because they know we got shit in here. bro, we good, bro. This is easy licks, bro. Easy.
Ain't no short.
Yeah,
Ain't
bro.
no
You ain't gotta
short.
worry about nothing. You put a suit on, bro. You can smell good all day, bro. Come on, man. We doing this shit. Nobody wanted to fuck with me. And then once I really got into it, they're like, man, put me on. Like, bro, go take the test, man. That's all I can do. I can't do it with you. I'm too far up here, bro. Come back down here. Too far up here, bro. I'm doing good, bro. I ain't got to do what you gonna have to do to start off. I ain't got to do that no more. I got my shit on autopilot. So you gonna see me what I'm doing, thinking you could do it. No, you got to put the work in. And I was trying to get you to put the work in with me where we could do it together, but you wasn't. You ain't want to. So you got to put that work in, bro. I was doing crazy shit. I was
Absolutely.
setting up at 7-Eleven, talking to people and shit as they walk in and out the store. I knew the owner, so I'm like, hey, bro, you mind if I set up? I just want to market myself. So as people like, hey, I'm a real estate agent over here. This is what I have to offer. The team I'm with, this is what we offer. So we can come through and just give you an understanding with your house work. You might, might be comfortable. You might not want to sell, but guess what? Your house might be more valuable than it was when you bought it. So you might think twice. You need some more room. I got a customer like that. She was like, damn, I just did have 2 more kids. I could, oh yeah, your house worth 70,000 more than what you bought it for. So you can go buy a bigger house for what you gonna make off of this house. That's how I got my third customer just sitting at a fucking 7-Eleven, bro. They ain't gonna want to do
Mm.
that shit. That's when I was grinding, bro. I had to do shit like that to get my name out there. I had to go knock on doors who listings just expired. I did all that shit. Now people calling me. That's what they go see. If you come in where I'm at now, you go see people calling me. And then you go say, hey man, let me get some. Nah, bro, you know how hard I had to work to get to this point? I ain't about to give you nobody. And all these my clients, fuck off. You got to go out there and make a name for yourself. That's why they calling me now because I got a name. They weren't calling me when I was new. So I had to go out there and grind, bro. But now I done did some good work and people talking about me. Now they friends with the hookup that they got. So yeah, I put in work. It took me a year to do this.
Right.
Shit, there's still some agents who couldn't do that shit in a year, but it was because of my work ethic and the unorthodox shit I was doing. I was doing crazy shit, bro. Putting cards at gas stations, flyers up. I spent some money to make some money. Going to seminars and shit, networking with people and shit. Well, no, I did some shit, bro. But they ain't gonna want to put that work in. They gonna want to start where you at. Can't do it.
Yep.
You gotta put that work in, bro.
That's absolutely correct. You can't just go ahead and just step into something, right? Because you know how to turn a dollar, you know how to make a dollar out of 15 cents. These dudes only know how to make quarters out of a dollar. It's a difference. So your hustle is much more sincere. The grind is realer for you. So everybody's not able to do what you could do. So that's why they got to sit back, fall back, because they can't approach you the way that you approach others because they don't have that experience. They don't have that grind. They don't have that mental tenacity. So that's where haters going to hate.
Like even when I get serious about this shit, like when I really had the time to really put into it, man, you gonna see me doing crazy shit. I'm gonna be bringing people from TikTok, from Twitter. I'm gonna be everywhere doing content. You gonna be like, this motherfucker crazy. He putting shit everywhere. He's damn right. I'm gonna be bringing people from everybody. So I ain't even, bro, I haven't even brought like none of my family members on here. So I can get numbers just by doing that. Like at least 4 of my family members, I can definitely get numbers by just having a conversation with them on here.
I
I got
believe
one
that.
cousin.
Well, I know.
I went on Instagram with him. He was on Instagram. He a rapper down the line. Man, that motherfucker went live, bro. It was like 23 23,000 people in there. Like, I
Nice.
ain't even come on here yet. I can go live with him on IG. He be like, yeah, man, you can interview me. My cousin told me, Jordan was like, yeah, man, I'll come on there and interview. I still ain't bring him on. My cousin
They
Ty,
ain't
he
gonna
was
believe.
like, I'll come on your show. Yeah, I come on there. Let me bring Ty and Darrell on here. I do numbers, bro. I ain't talked to Darrell about it, but I talked to Ty about it. He was like, yeah, just let me know. He was like, I probably can get Willie too. I'm like, who?
Willie McGinnis?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know Willie
Just
cool.
bring the whole Patriot team on.
Yeah, I don't
The
fuck with
first crew.
Tom, but I'm gonna be quiet about that.
Nah, you do that. You do that, you might as well take over Sports Chat.
I
I'm just-
can get the goat on him. But shit, Tom loved Jordan. When Tom Brady got to Tampa, he paid for Jordan rehab. Like he didn't pay for it. He got his doctor to, you know, do Jordan's rehab. But so I guess he did pay for it. But yeah, Tom Brady loved Jordan.
But that's what I'm saying. You see what I mean? Like,
I don't know if he'd come on my podcast because of Jordan. I doubt
but here's the thing though. People, we was talking about the why earlier, right? The experience of you going through what you going through, right? Even if it's just like natural birth situation, right? Your natural ties to your family has allowed you to reach people that other people could only fantasize of reaching, right? Just because you was born into that family, you have three people that can literally say, "Yo, I'm a Super Bowl champion," right? And then they reach
it.
goes out, and then they reach, and just because who you are in your family, right? The person that you display on this app, it allows you to go further and further out there, right? Like no disrespect to nobody that's here, that's on the app, right? Like a KB or ain't like, yo, you talking like I talk to champions. Like I
Yeah.
could go dine with like champions, no disrespect to nobody that hasn't won a championship, right? But I can literally pick up my phone, yo, cuz, what's up? Like we first cousins. Like you lying? Like I ain't got to show you. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. Yo, what's up? This. Oh, hey, what up, cuz? Yeah, all right. Yeah, now I'm coming down there anyway. Don't worry about it. I'll be there. Like, what y'all gonna say? No, it's just the fact that the whys in your life has allowed you to be able to reach people that others wouldn't dare think about trying to reach because you have that it that allows you to reach these people. And that's why I said some people just hate you because of your positions you in. Some people just hate you because of who you are. But when you got both, boy, that hate gonna come from everywhere. So that's why you ain't really too shocked or surprised about the situations that you be in.
I don't know if you remember Chris Bird, the boxer.
Who?
Chris Bird.
Dick Barrett. That's what you said?
He's a heavyweight champion, two-time heavyweight champion.
Yeah, that was some years ago.
He's from Flint, but I'm real cool with Chris. Like he the one who that's how I got into Crump Gym was through Chris. Yeah, I got his phone number in my phone. Like I ain't talked to him in probably about 3 years. When I think he seen something on Facebook when I lost my eyesight. He called and checked on me. Called and checked on me like 3 or 4 times since I lost my eyesight. But yeah, Chris Bird cool as hell, bro. Down to earth dude.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the path that you've taken, right? There's, like I said, a lot of it has to do with your why experiences, right? Like, damn, I became a boxing dude, a boxing participant, a MMA participant. You know what I mean? You've been through all of these things. It would have been very easy for you to say, you know what? Let me follow the family. Let me follow the family trait. My cousins went through this NFL thing. I can go through that. Nah, you just took your experience somewhere else. All right, I know they can make it. so I can make myself be available in this aspect or that aspect. MMA, boxing, real estate, whatever. Their examples that was the ones that allowed you to say, you know what? I know I can do this because they've done it and now I can do it. So why not take my chances into going into whatever field that you chose at that particular time? And that's what I'm saying. It's just the experiences and your whys that can get you further than a lot of people as well.
Man, it's like it's just wild, bro. Life is wild. Like I think about the shit I experienced. Like I was sitting there talking to my wife's cousin. I was just telling her some of the places like I've been and things that I did. She looked at me and she was like, "You are so humble." And I'm like, "Wow." She said, "Because a lot of people, they be bragging about that shit all the time." And she said, "You don't act like you better than nobody. You're real approachable or something." And I said, "Bro, I'm a regular ass person, man. I ain't famous or nothing. Even if I was famous, I'd still be a regular ass person. I wouldn't even be around people who like I was popular in school and didn't want to be popular. I'm not that. I don't like that shit. Like that. You can call it almost worshiping and shit. I hate when people do that shit.
Mm.
Like it's okay to give me flowers and shit, but I've been around people like who worship, and I'm like, nah, bro. I'm straight on that shit, bro. Cause y'all gonna try to do me like y'all did Selena. I'm good.
Wow.
Y'all remember what they did to Selena, right? Her crazy ass fan popped
No,
her ass. You don't
no,
know about the story about Selena, the Latino
no.
singer? Her damn
Oh,
somebody working in her fan club popped her ass, bro.
so the fan club
That
lady.
was some
Okay,
shit
you
of
talk
her
about Selena the
praising her
singer.
shit
Okay,
every day
got you.
just to get close enough to pop her ass.
And for what? Animosity.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, people be disguising hate like love, bro. And when that shit is for no reason, when it's put on too thick, bro, I'm straight. I don't need it. Bitch. No, I don't need it. Da, da,
But
da, da, da.
that's why
One of
some
my
people
favorite
turn
songs,
their
bro.
circles into. But that's why people turn their circles into dots. They have to, right? It's
Mhm.
not that you want to, you have to because you don't know where the source of hate may come from. So you have to be careful.
Hey, hey, man, I know. Shout out to your fellow New Yorker, bro. What the circle will
Which one?
hurt you? What do you? What do you say, bro? Be careful of the circle because it hurts you. What the boy say? What the fellow New Yorker say?
Which one?
Hassan Campbell.
Oh, I don't deal with that dude. Them dudes is those dudes are different. I don't. It's crazy because I be watching him beef with every other New York. I'm like, why are y'all still doing this? Where's the
I
let
can't.
go at? Where's the I can't do it.
I don't take none of that shit serious, bro. When I be watching that shit,
I don't
I'll
even
be
pay
like,
no
man,
mind. I don't pay none of that no mind. I'm like, yo, y'all wildin'. I ain't got time for none of that. Like, y'all ain't got no families to worry about. Y'all ain't got no kids to grow up. Like, what the hell are y'all doing? I don't have time for all that. I don't need that chaos in my life. That's why I stay away from it. I know people probably like that man ain't from New York. Oh, I got two words, y'all.
yeah,
I know
yeah,
you be
yeah.
like, he ain't from New York. I'm like, the hell I ain't. I could, like I said, I could tell people I could tell where people from.
Oh no, I gotta close it
I
out.
tell you on the
I
panel.
gotta close it out on my laptop. No, I got close it out on my laptop. I
Hmm.
took the mic off. I don't know which one is it. Is it mic
You,
check?
you you saw what happened when I told HB. I said, yeah, I know about that triple ones. And she's like, wait, what? Yeah, I know where you at. How you? Am I right? Yeah, and that other one, the 113. Oh yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Damn, I could do that. But it's no fun to prove that I shouldn't have to prove where I'm from. Just understand that I was there. It's a difference. I ain't gotta prove that to nobody. I know where I'm from. I can have people verify where I'm from, but for what? What's the point? There's no need
Man,
for it.
man, it be you know how like I was trying to listen to people explain like you know how people get into I'm from Detroit. You I'd be like, man, you know some soft motherfuckers in the D2? Like so what that mean? Like you know how many people ask I'm not in I was raised in Detroit, but I'm from Pennsylvania and I done told this motherfucker up. So what is that saying about Detroit, if anything? Like, bro, that shit don't give you no status or something because you from somewhere. They got killers everywhere, bro. Everybody got killers, bro.
It's not even that, right? Because you can go somewhere. It's how do you fit? How do you mesh in that spot?
Yeah, how
You
do
know what I
you
mean? Are
adapt?
you a thumb? Are you a sore thumb? You just there? You just looking out of the window? Is it all them people going through all that crazy stuff? Or are you holding your own outside with them? Or like how does it work? Right? Because everybody can't be from a certain place. Oh, I'm from Brooklyn. All right, you from Brooklyn. Was you outside or was you in your house? Or I'm from
You
Queens.
on the
Was
street.
you outside or was you in the house? Like which one? So what? You was from there, but you wasn't there. You just lived there. You
Yeah,
went to
that's what
school
I
and
be
went
telling
home.
people. Like, it's some people. I see some people on this internet, bro. And it was like, I was curious because I'm like, hold on, bro. I know that area. And I knew some people, so I called. I ain't gonna put them on blast, but they was like, bro, we know this dude's daughter live at. Like, oh, you want them touched? I'm like, nah, bro. Like that, I was just asking. We don't like that motherfucker. I'm like, oh shit, my bad. Oh, he doing what? I'm like, oh, never mind, bro. Don't even worry about it, man. I'm like, oh yeah, we know that mother. Like, oh shit, they want to do some. I'm like, oh shit. Motherfucker be on here talking like, bro, you better chill that shit out talking tough because you soft than a motherfucker. You, I call your ass Squirtle, bro. Motherfucker be on here talking like they, yeah, bro. Your ass, that's why people get exposed, bro. Doing crazy shit like that. Somebody, I mean, YouTube is big, so uh, you can get away with doing that shit. But people from your city or hood might not even be watching your shit. But when they catch on to that shit, that's why Facebook is different from YouTube because it's all like personal, so people be interconnected easily. So you do some crazy shit on Facebook, you get called out quick. But this YouTube is different. Come on, Nana. Can you still hear me? G, can you still hear me? Mic check.
I'm here. I'm here. I was on mute.
Oh, my bad. I was just making sure. Shit, I can hear you
I
better
was
over
on mute.
here. Oh,
I was on mute. My bad. I'm gonna say what the hell words say.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, man, that's why I don't be I just be smooth, man. I don't want no drama from nobody, bro. So I don't be on here trying to, you know what I'm saying, flex my intellectual prowess or nothing like that. I can, but I don't.
Why should you? No need to. You don't have to prove yourself to nobody.
Yeah.
Just be who you are. Let your consistency do the work for you. If people want to think you people want to think you misrepresent yourself, that's on them. If people want to uh not put you in the right character, that's on them. You ain't gotta do the work. That's on everybody else. You just be who you are.
You just be you, and I'ma be me. I'ma be me. Wasn't that a song or something like
Right.
that? You
It
just
was a
be
verse in the
you,
song.
and I'ma be me. Yeah, some shit like that.
You can do you and I'm gonna do me, whatever the hell it was. Some
You
shit
can
like
do
that. But
you, and I'ma do me.
that's just how that go.
That's some real shit, bro.
That's just how it goes. We all at chat. Y'all still up? Y'all still with us?
Chat, where you at? Yeah, I'm gonna cut y'all loose, bro. I just came outside, do my midnight smoke, take my ass to
All
bed, get
righty.
up. I ain't kick my son ass in
We'll
soccer
be
today.
around.
We ain't play
You beat them
soccer today.
55-2. Oh
Nah,
yeah.
not
Oh, you
today.
didn't play soccer.
Nah, we ain't play soccer today, bro. We was running around all day. But tomorrow,
Get
I'm
your ass.
kicking that ass. Yep, I bought a
He gonna
second
get
net.
you.
I already had one net. Now I got two nets. So yeah, I'm gonna kick
Oh
that ass.
Lord, you got two nets in you. You gonna cheat little D?
I ain't
I
gonna
got
cheat him. He just whoop
72.
his ass. Yeah, bro, I was fucking with him, bro. You see how mad he was getting that day, bro? No, you don't. I be antagonizing the shit out of him. That's why they bad as hell, because I be fucking with him all the time.
I know. I'm sitting there laughing like, yo, one day, man, he gonna wait for you, boy. Your dad, you was a cheater. Like, what you talking about, son? Yeah, you was talking about you had 72. You kicked the ball one time. How you get 72 for one kick? I'm like that. Oh
Dude,
yeah, okay.
yeah, Ronaldo on that. So that's why I kicked it one time and it hit the net 72 times. That's how bad I am. That's how bad your daddy is, boy. Made the ball hit the net 72 times off of one kick. Stop playing with me.
I don't know. You trying to teach them, how to discipline their angers and frustration. I
Yeah,
mean,
bro. That's why I
it's
be triggering
good.
him. Yeah, I gotta
Hmm.
trigger him because when he get in real competition, bro, you ain't gonna have your way. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have your way. So I don't want you to have your way now. I'm gonna take that from you early. That's what my dad did. Man, my dad used to kick my ass in basketball. No, my dad was relentless on the little baby hoop, bro. Wouldn't let me score, bro. Anytime I shot the ball, he threw that bitch out over the fence. Like every time I tried to dunk, he'd grab the ball from me. Like, nah, wouldn't let me win, bro, for nothing.
Yeah, because if
Like this
things is
ain't even
handed to you,
fun.
there's no lesson. Yeah, there's no
Mm.
lesson to learn. There's no adversity. This is why I tell people, the more adversity you go through, the more diverse you become. But people be looking like I'm crazy. I'm like, just think about it. If you go through a whole bunch of situations, that means you will be ready for a whole bunch more because you've been through so much. The only thing that'll shock you is something that's new. But if you've been through everything before, how much newness do you think is going to occur? Especially when people don't go nowhere. So if you don't understand that diversity gives you diversity, that means you ain't been nowhere. That's how I look at it.
Adversity is nothing but opportunity to me. I look at it as opportunity. Opportunity to show that I'm a badass. That's what it is.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I said, if you just imagine, like I said, if you didn't watch MacGyver, how much was your science going to kick in at full? You see what I'm
Bro,
saying?
that shit
Hey
made
man, let
me
me see.
that shit bro, that shit changed my life, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Watching MacGyver, that shit made me interested in how things work, watching MacGyver. I didn't have
How the hell you
that
stop that ball?
yeah, like oh shit. Yeah, you can get creative. I still be doing some MacGyver shit to this day, bro.
How you stopped the ball with a hockey ticket? Because it didn't make the connection. So if it don't make the connection, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's just the realness of a situation. If you don't put yourself in that situation, it doesn't make you more interested in other avenues, right? If you just read a book and don't put it into display, what's the point? Like you said earlier, what's the point of doing that? What's the point of having faith if you're not going to understand that the faith is going to help you get to the knowing part? And if you don't know that, you'll never understand it.
Where's the faith, Gary? Where's the faith? I want to put that shit on the shirt. Where's the faith?
Shout out to Commander. Shout out to her. She's been a busy person this past few days. We miss her. We thinking about her. We thinking about Tay Eats. You know, she's been busy as well. We
Hey,
think about
eat
everybody. We
y'all.
think about the
Hey, eat
nines and
y'all.
everybody that's affiliated with the nine. Y'all
Yeah,
truly do make us a whole lot better. I don't care what y'all think. I'm telling y'all, your questions, your information, your input helps us to become better people because it has us thinking. If we think by ourselves, we just be some thinking mother fathers. You know what I'm
mother
saying? We just be
fathers.
thinking, but yeah, but you guys, you guys really be having us on our P's and Q's. It may not be a lot of y'all, but the ones that here, y'all continuously make us think, and we appreciate y'all for that.
I know I sure do.
Shout out to Dee Dee. Shout out to KY, Missing Mod.
Damn. That's the
Who
Gandalf
else was here
OG, bro.
today? Yeah,
About
you got
that.
that good power stuff choking you out.
Just that. Just that.
Blood Files was here.
I'm on my wizard shit.
Blessings was here. Shout
Blessings,
out to all of
blessings.
y'all. Like I said, blessings, y'all. The poet that she is. I be trying not to get into that poetry because that thing be making me just think of words. I don't know, man. That thing be having me all over the place. Sometimes you just gotta be inspired to do stuff like that. That's when you know your gifts is really working. Because when you inspired, you be making shit happen. You can make something happen at the drop of a hat. I mean, like how many times you came up here and just said, you know what, something inspired me to make this live happen today, and then you never know who it reaches after that. So
Yeah, bro. That's the key,
inspiration
bro.
matters too.
'Cause man, something we say today can change somebody's life tomorrow, bro. Like we be on here, like
Absolutely.
I come on here and kick it and just have like real conversations. I don't be trying to argue or debate. Like I don't know how people don't get tired of that shit, bro. But I mean I understand. Uh, I ain't gonna get into it. But what I'm saying is,
I'm glad you do
uh,
because I don't.
I do, bro. It is there's a lot to do with uh what they desire, bro. What they seek and they looking for something, bro. That's why. Um, I ain't gonna get into it though, but I mean, we done talked about it, validation and all that.
Yeah, we just spoke
But
about validation, confirmation.
yeah, I
I
mean,
don't want
that's
like
all
I
it is.
tell people all the time. Right. I don't want to be right. I want it to be right. It's a when people understand that phrase, I think people will fall back from the combative or the debatable situations because it doesn't matter. You just want to
And,
be right to validate that you know something. If it's right, it confirms that you understand what the objective is. But like you said, we're
it,
gonna
it,
leave that alone right there.
just think about this, bro. There's some super smart people out here who never had the opportunity of people listening to them because of their environment. Like, think about this, bro. Gold is only valuable when it's in an environment where people value it. So a lot of times, I mean, this internet give you access to all different types of people everywhere. So you might be in an environment where your gifts or talents or whatever is not valued. So they don't really get the opportunity to speak, but this platform gives them that. So a lot of people getting the attention they always desire, right? But the problem is this: they never had the attention. So when they get it, they don't really know what to do with it. So I
And that's
mean,
crazy
that's
because when people do that, there's a lot of burnout, right? Like I said, I've been on this thing talking content for 2 years, and I literally seen half the people I started with. They all gone. They not here no more. Not they ain't leave the earth. They left the app. You know what I mean? Like I said, the only ones that I really speak to on a consistent basis from day one is realist and atmosphere. Everybody else took off. Everybody else did, life be life, and I get all of that. But it's hard when you still got day one. It makes you appreciate the day ones because they see all the work that you put in. Like I'm pretty sure you got a couple people that have been day ones in your 3 years, right?
Mhm.
And they see the
Dee 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 dee
up.
dee
Don't
dee
worry,
dee
ma.
dee dee.
Don't miss
Oh,
it, ma. Don't take it crazy. Evolution. They see the evolution
yeah.
that you have that has
Yeah.
occurred in your life. Believe in
Evolution.
elevate evolution.
Believe in evolution. And when I first met
Believe.
her, I'm like, I was confused. I'm like, do she believe in this shit or not? Because she making fun of it. And then I was like, oh, okay, I see what you got. Because I was confused. Like, damn, I don't want to talk about evolution, man. That's one of the craziest. Like, I don't know. People put too much into that shit, bro. They
I'm just
try to take
saying, but
something simple and make it magnificent. Like, it's not. It ain't.
I just be asking simple questions. Does evolution mean you improve or you change? Because
Oh,
I need to
Smooth
know.
Athens. What up, though, bro? Did I put him on stage? I don't know.
Yo,
What
what's
up,
good?
though,
You
bro?
hear me?
Yeah, man, what's good, my man? Do the evolution, baby.
Believe in
I was listening. I
evolution.
was listening a little bit before I hop on. See what's cooking.
I was just
I am
thinking about you
ahead.
the other
I am
day, man.
advanced. I am the first mammal to wear pants. I'm
Believe in evolution.
I'm at peace with my lust. I can kill because in God I trust. Do the evolution, baby. Word to mom, white boy. Nah, what's good, everybody? You guys continue.
Good,
I'll
Nah,
listen.
good.
what's
Yeah, you.
Mm.
I was just
That's
letting
all
you
good.
flow because that
No,
sounded
no,
real.
no,
That sounded very
no.
poetic.
No, no, no. I'm not interrupting. I'm listening. I'm working on that. I'm working on not interrupting.
Oh
Go
no,
ahead.
Nah,
that's
you
legit.
good.
That
You
that was
good.
fire, bro. He was spitting. He
Yeah,
was
I got some.
spitting, bro.
I like my hip hop, man. I got my records right now. I was just listening to the Rick the Ruler. I was listening to Children's Story.
That's crazy.
Damn,
Yeah, yeah.
40.
He's seen
That's
my
40.
shit.
That's 40 years ago, baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's seen my shit. My shit. Um, you know, my records. Lots of records, baby. I picked up something new.
Damn.
I picked up something new today, though. So, I showed you my 8 millimeter, right? Um, I found it at a garage sale, for $5. The camera, and I went to the
Mm.
thrift store today. It's the weekend, and I found a projection. That's the 8 millimeter projection. You put the film in. It's
Wow.
20. Yeah,
Oh wow.
$20, man, and it's a suitcase too. It closes and then it's a suitcase, and
Closed
you know,
and open. Yes, sir.
yeah, yeah, tight, right?
Damn, that's old
That's my
school.
shit.
Old school.
That's my
It's
shit, man.
stunting.
That's my shit.
They out here stunting, bro.
That's
Yeah,
my shit.
kids don't know what to do with that nowadays, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bought a new Victrola
you got
too. I bought a Victrola. Mm, no wood grain, but
Do they still make vinyl records?
they sell in 2015. Vinyl sales overtook CD sales.
Wow.
Hilarious, right? Yeah, think about that. Yeah, interesting, right?
I would have never thought that. You
Yeah,
thought
I was about to
CDs
say
was the
yeah,
end all
bro.
be all by that time.
but
No, cause
yeah,
DJs still be using vinyl.
yeah.
Some of
It
them.
from
Yeah.
1993 to 2003 is known as the dead years. That's the only 10 years, in the music industry where they did not print vinyl at all. And then 3G technology came out, that we didn't have to download anymore. We were able to click and it just started streaming. And then it did. CDs took a nosedive, but vinyl records, the millennials, and the Gen Zs, I gotta thank them. They kept it going, and I've been I'm grateful.
I seen a video and the dude had a VCR. He was asking millennials, "What is this?" They like, "I don't know. Is that a video game?" Like,
Mm-hmm.
VHS, right? I worked at
I'm like,
Blockbuster,
that
and
is crazy.
I remember the first DVD that came in was Top Gun, you know, and I was 97, I was a freshman, and I was like, what the CD? And they're like, no, DVD. I'm like, okay, you know, whatever.
Mm,
And I'm like, there's a VCR. No, no, that's now called a VHS. We never
right.
called that shit VHS until DVDs came out. We just called
Right.
that
It
shit a
was
tape.
VCR.
Yeah, a
It's
tape
Yeah.
or a
VCR, right?
VCR. Exactly. I'm like, what the fuck is a VHS? You know, whatever.
And we only use VCR because we when we said tape, a lot of people thought a radio tape, tape deck, stuff like
Yeah,
that. So we had
correct.
to VCR. So we
Yeah,
got to
you're
break
right.
that up.
Was it
VCR is this,
what is it?
tape
A
is
video
that.
cassette recorder? Is that
Video
right?
cycle. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's
You
exactly
know,
what it is. Cause you say tape, like I remember people was just recording shows of like
fuck yeah. You
what do
know,
you
you
call
set
that?
the shit on the timer. The timer. You know, you put the timer in
Yeah.
the VCR. Fuck yeah, man.
hmm
You know, Madhu was a soap
Look.
opera woman, but she worked. You know, she was a math teacher, so
Uh
Days of
huh.
Our Lives was on at 12, but she'd be in school, so she get home and she's got the tape.
Rewind and watch it and tape over that shit.
And me,
Tape over it. Tape over it.
Mhm. I be taping Beverly Hills 90210 and when I was 8 years old because I wasn't allowed to watch, but I'd be taping that shit, and then I'd watch this shit when my moms went to sleep because I was like in second grade and shit. Mhm.
Hey, y'all talk about I was a smart ass. I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm just,
Me and my little brother, we
but that's what I'm.
looking through the
The
squiggly
the
lines.
engine.
Remember Spice? What'd you say?
But no, I was gonna say the ingenuity that we like. That's not. You can't. That's what today is missing. You don't think like that, right? All right, well, check
Work
this out.
around.
I'm gonna record
Yeah, the
this.
workaround.
I'm gonna
Yep.
record this and then dip off, and then I'll
Right.
catch this later when mom and them out on a Saturday or Sunday or whatever. I'm out. Right today,
Yep.
they don't have that. They don't have that thinking
No.
process. They just go out. I'm doing whatever I want to do. I don't even care. And I'm like,
No,
damn,
no.
they ain't no thinking process behind that. That's the
Nine and I
difference
always
between
talk
the
like that.
generations.
Nine and I say like outside of the box thinking of the workaround, when we bullshit. That's how we, seeing something from as a whole from the outside, like when they don't do it, you're right. I never really thought of it like that, but you're right.
But to do that, you have to have a sense of creativity, and people replace their own creativity with technology.
And AI, man, is
Especially
big
now
time.
that I mean
It's,
they was doing it before the AI, but now the AI here
yeah.
is almost lost.
A lot of ninth graders getting laid, because of love poems from that shit. I worked my ass off on them motherfucking love poems. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
Even the AI music, that shit crazy now, bro.
I just came from
Like
my
people,
friend Northwoods, and just I'll be quick with this. We had like 7 people on the panel, and it was a comedy panel. We're all laughing, and someone made a joke, right? And then this woman was like, she was a little drunk, and she's from England. She's like, I'll take you in the fucking bathroom and suck your wanka. And then he made we were all friends. He made an AI song and then played it a minute later with the whole symbolism of the two of them playing Twister with 3 choruses. And that's the story. But I couldn't. I'm like, yo, that's awesome. He's like, yeah, I just made it. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
see, that's what I'm saying. You ain't
we
even.
did
I mean,
seconds.
and then like no shot against him, but people are like proud. Like, yeah, I do.
I know. No,
Like
I'm
people
with you,
will,
man. Yeah, I'm with you.
like is like it's a feat.
I
Like,
know.
yeah, I did that.
I
When
know.
it really is you surrender your own creativity
No,
to that.
I know.
I
It
mean,
is. It is. I'm a writer, man, and I don't blame anybody for using AI because I
because it's
used AI
available.
considering like I read Emily Dickinson like I'm 14 years old and maybe I took 90% of her poem and 10% original, and then when I was in 10th grade, I 20% of Robert Frost poem. Then I'm in college and I'm 50-50, and like now I'm 100% original. I worked my way, you know what I mean, up to that.
Yeah.
And Hopefully they do
Guys
that.
ain't got to shit. They ain't got to do that no more. AI writing the whole song with
You know what
hooks
I
and
mean,
choruses in
man?
minutes, bro. That microwave shit, bro.
Or Shakespeare, like here you see on my shit, like I'm reading King Lear now. I keep that shit up there. Like this man's fucking. I don't know if we ever gonna see another motherfucker like that again. I don't know, man. This AI shit's gonna fuck everything
That's the
up.
whole plan, bro. That's the whole plan. It's
Mm,
been a plan, bro. They've been slowly chipping at it, bro. If you see that shit, they've been slowly chipping out of making you dependent.
You showed me that. You showed me that last time we spoke. You kind of pulled the. You and I agree on things, but we disagree too. But you turned
Yeah.
me up some shit and kind of lifted the wool up with that whole AI shit. It made me think of, pushed me out of my comfort zone and made me think of some shit that I didn't think of.
They still not creativity. Well, it's still in their creativity.
Shit, they ain't stealing
Yeah,
it, they
The
that's
next
giving it
part.
away.
generation ain't gonna
I
be able to create nothing.
Yeah, it's well
mean,
said. I agree. That's well said. That's well said.
for
Creating
somebody to
nothing.
steal, for somebody to steal something, they gotta take it away from you. Motherfuckers giving it away, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
stealing shit. It ain't even about
Yeah.
stealing. I mean, you
Yeah, what
giving
are we
it.
gonna bring? My boy, my one boy. He's the tough motherfucker of the group, but he's dumb as rocks. So my friend made him a shirt. I bring nothing to the table. I mean, that's what everybody in the planet's gonna bring nothing to
Yeah.
the table eventually. He wore that shirt proud too. I bring nothing to the table.
I mean, the people who bring stuff to the table is people who you surrendering your uh, faculties to.
You're right, man. You're right.
And that's the problem because we trying to keep you in a thoughtful process, but you want to give that to the people that you're selling your thoughts to for money, or you giving it to people that don't. They're paying you pennies on a dollar,
A good
and you
point
you
too.
don't
That
know
that
your worth.
Yeah, I read the thing about TLC, man, because I love Left Eye. I got a real thing for her, that woman.
Mhm.
And oh, those poor girls, man. God damn, they get fucking shafted, man. I
Yeah,
mean, pennies for records sold, and I think Crazy Sexy Cool went diamond or close to it. It's 10 million. It, God,
And they got
that that
nothing. They got yeah,
I got ripped the
that,
fuck
got like
off.
25 cents. So that's what it looked like,
I,
or that's what it
I,
must have felt like for them.
yeah, I don't know if that's what you were
that-
saying. If I don't know if I pointed out a good example, but
that's a
um,
great
No, you
example.
good.
yeah.
Shit.
You
Yeah,
good.
I was thinking like maybe you were trying to say like because you got me else thinking after I said that they sell themselves short, like they come up with something halfway and then somebody sees it and they just give it like they don't say hold on I'm going to keep this, but no, it's cool.
Let me tell you a story. Two
Yeah,
years
let's hear it.
ago,
Uncle
I was
Ricky.
doing this. Yeah,
Mhm.
2 years ago, I got approached by a bigger YouTuber, and they told me they want to buy my channel, and they give me 5,000 a month, and just do the content that I do. They don't want to impose or no intellectual property that I do. They just want to own the content, and they pay me 5,000 a month just for me to do what I do. I said, hell no. If you willing to pay me 5,000, that means you will make a lot more money off of my shit.
All
And
right.
because you bigger, you probably can get me seen and heard by more people. But at the same
Of
time,
course. Yeah, I agree. Yep. But I got a
I
question,
can.
Pete.
Uh huh.
What happens if somebody offered you like 2 billion? This is an honest, this is a serious question, okay? I'm being serious. What would you do?
If somebody
I guess it
offered me
depends
two,
on what your product is, though.
yeah, two, but it is. I I I've lived by this, and this has helped
This is
me
a
keep
serious question
my
too.
moral. Yeah, but I live by this. I'm not gonna do nothing for money that I wouldn't do for free.
Okay,
Right. So that prevents me from being bought. Like even
I
at a
understand.
job,
I understand.
I agree to terms, to work a job. But once we go outside that agreement, and you want me to do more than what I'm straight. I'll leave. I don't
He
care.
don't own you. He don't own you. He don't own you.
Yeah, I'll leave. So I mean, you can't pay me like even if they offer me 2 billion. If they offer me 2 billion, that must mean I'm like I got to be at least worth six. That's how
Okay,
I
so
look at it.
my guy, right? The actor Orlando Bloom, you know, he was the pretty white boy from England,
Yeah,
played the Jackson. He was married to Miranda Kerr. She was the cover Victoria's Secret model. Little nerd, you know, 5'5". Evan Spiegel going to Stanford, drops out, you know, creates a little company called Snapchat, you know, and he's offered $4 billion for his company, and he says no. And I read his shit, and I got chills. I was like, the balls you gotta have, because it's, just because you say no, then it might not work out, right? Like you just like you
right.
never know. And he now is married to Miranda Kerr. She broke up with the Blue. She's tall as fuck,
Yeah.
and his company's worth $10 billion. And I read his book and I was like, wow, like he's he's pretty he's pretty impressive.
I couldn't imagine. You know how many people sold shit and they got the upfront payment or whatever they got, and now they broke. But whatever they sold went
A
on to
lot.
make somebody, fucking millions.
Chess.com. Mm, that's a big one. I play chess. I'm big in
No,
chess. I just read about that. So that guy got screwed. He registered the original domain name. He sold it for 55 grand. It's worth almost $1 billion now.
see
And now that
that's when
55 grand is gone. He ain't do nothing with the money. And that's why people gotta understand just because money is thrown at you doesn't mean you should just jump at it because you ain't prepared to
55
handle that
grand.
money that you get anyway. People be
Right.
spending money before they get it. So why would you know what I mean? Like that don't even make sense.
I
But
know.
money
55.
talk, nonsense walk. They know
It's
to offer
true.
that money too.
That's right. And he registered the domain name for free. So you know he had a good insight. 1994, he was the first one. He's I'd like to register that. How much does it cost? Oh, it's free. It's called the World Wide Web. It's free. Now you own chess.com. Okay. And 2003, somebody else bought it 55 grand, and now it's worth it makes a yearly revenue of 200 million every year. Yeah.
Now
see that,
he kicking himself in his own butt.
I mean,
that
jam.
that's like some of these older celebrities who sold the rights to their likeness, like Muhammad Ali. Look at what his name is worth now compared to what he sold it for.
Oh wait, what are you saying? I don't know anything about this.
Like Muhammad Ali sold his rights to his name, and I forgot how much he got some millions for it. But
Wow, how do you do that?
he'll sell the
Like,
rights to your likeness.
oh, I didn't even know you could do that. Oh, well, actually, I
Yeah,
guess I.
like celebrities, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
But in
You can
public,
sell your
you can't.
likeness and stuff like
But
that. Yeah.
but
So
not in
like
public.
all
Like I can take a picture. Oh, go ahead.
so like all merchandise, like these posters, these
Copyright.
t-shirts, like
Yeah, yeah,
Under
yeah,
Armour bought a license to Muhammad Ali name
yeah. I'm an
and
idiot.
made more money than they paid Muhammad Ali for his name.
Yeah, Shador
Just
Sanders,
like
Deion Sanders' son. Yeah. I got you.
yeah,
I got you. I
yeah.
got.
So that's what they do.
Yeah,
And then like so his family not even getting paid off
gotcha.
of nothing with his name on.
Yeah, that sucks. Because those t-shirts with him standing over George for or whoever he was standing over, right? That famous
Yeah,
photo. That's got to
yeah,
be counts, right? That counts for likeness.
Listen,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Nobody wants my likeness. No.
Man, my likeness only come out during Halloween season.
That's
That's when my likeness to get popular.
yo, you see your humor is sideways. That shit's funny, man.
Oh, you would love hanging out with me, bro.
That's a
I was
good
just talking.
joke. Like if
I
I
was
smoke
just
a bowl or something, I'd be laughing. Oh, I'm crying a little bit, bro. It's like my eyes are tears. Oh shit. Yeah,
well,
you
I
know.
was just talking about how my mom and hate because I be joking about me being blind, like legally blind all the time. Should be funny though. As long as it's funny, it's funny. I don't care. I like dark humor. I
No,
think
no,
also
no. I am
people like
too. I
dark
just
humor.
my boy just sent me a it just ironically a email like a couple hours ago about a blind guy that got the shit beat out of him. You know, and he's working on a lawsuit. And the cops, you know, how because I'm into that stuff. They just, you know, ran full speed into you know, a structure, and he's a blind guy in the cafeteria. But they just beat the shit out of him. They thought he was the guy, like, and they had no clue he
Uh,
was. Yeah, and he's on the floor, and they're pounding him, you know, and they, get up, sit down. I can't see, and then, you know, and so just ironically, I feel couldn't believe
that's
that.
crazy, bro.
Oh gosh, it's insanity. It's a tough one to watch. It's a tough one.
You just minding your business.
Bro, you know how scary that. I mean, you know me with
Never seen it
empathy,
coming, bro. That's fucked up.
because I'm looking at him, and it's like the kitchen of the workplace, and it's a narrow kitchen with cupboards, and he's just in the fetal position. They're pounding on him, and like just ran into the room, and you know, four of them are shouting different orders. And, put your hands up, put your hand behind your back. How do you Can I ask you, like, do you don't use a stick, right? Because we haven't really touched on it. We don't have to, like.
Well, I was just telling G, I don't have like a walking cane. Like I'm
Gotcha.
legally blind. So
Yep.
I got l- limited vision out of the eye that actually work. And there's like no peripheral in it.
Yeah, that's
So I
the
have
big
like
one.
no depth perception. Yeah, I have no depth perception. My eye is very sensitive to light. Like even LED lights, bro. The sun kills
Oof.
my eye. The
Yeah,
LED light is like 10 times worse, bro.
yeah. Um,
Like so
the
yeah, I
imp.
do when I
Mhm,
go certain places, like especially like outside, I got a
mhm.
walking stick that I use to help me like know what's close to me and shit. I can, you know,
Yeah,
and then the depth of things, because I fucking step off the curb and do a tumble, bro. I go into a full barrel roll,
yeah, yeah.
stepping off the curb, bro. I
I
remember
was
I
the.
stepped off the curb. It was like 2 days ago.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
went to the store with my wife and didn't know it was a curve because where we pulled up at, it was like a
Yeah,
ramp part, but
yeah,
I didn't go down that part. So when I
yeah,
stepped off the curb, bro, if that car wasn't there, bro,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
down
yeah.
there in the windshield of the car.
It's good you can laugh. It's good you can laugh about it, man.
That's no shit. You better laugh. I ain't trying to cry.
Yo,
Like shit.
your boy left. The other guy leave.
Did G leave? He probably did. We was about to jump down
Oh
there when you
man,
came up. Yeah, he probably
damn.
got tired. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm, um, you know, it's looking to meet some people in your circle. You know, he seemed like a pretty cool dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. G cool. I know if you you're probably like Missing Mod. You ever been over there?
Who?
Missing Mod?
Some man. I don't know. I
Yeah,
like the
Missing
girl.
Mod.
The girl you're friends with.
Commander.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's my
love
shit.
Commander.
She's my shit. Yeah, I
Yeah,
met
that's my
twice.
guy.
Twice. I really enjoy your company.
Yeah, Commander one of the coolest people, bro, on the
Yeah,
planet. Not even just
really.
on the internet. That's on the planet. Commander cool as hell.
Yeah.
That's a
Remember, I
little
met her
source of mine.
before I met you. Remember, she was running it
Yeah.
and shit, and then so that was cool. Yeah, I had a little you know, just like annoying part before, and uh, you know, I go to a couple different channels. This was one channel, and you know, he's having a tough time. He's very emotional, and he got, you know, a little popular quick, and then, you know, he kind of went to his head, and then, you know, the people are leaving, and he's fighting with people, stole his shit, and you know, there's this one kid that was. This will be a quick story. This one kid's drunk, and he donated like $1,000 to his channel in the past like 5 days, right? And I don't care. People spend their money all they want, but it really was. It's like $950 in the past. So he like. today he let him like run the entire like channel for the day, whatever, it's all cool, like anything you want to do. So this is what we're talking about. He got really drunk and he was kicking people out, and a couple people were like, yo, for real though, like we like you kind of reel it in, and then um my other guy's like, don't be a dick. You keep mentioning, you donated money. So this is the end of the story. I was like, yo, Alex, that guy, my friend Alex, I'm like, I want to hit you with something. I'm like, imagine trying to donate that kind of money to like a cash app and not telling anybody about it, even know, and then the fucking, because me, I'm going to bring it to psychology. The guy who runs the channel came on and was like, why does everybody have to not? And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm trying to pose a hypothetical conversation here about how it's hard to do something like that. It has nothing to do with him. I would never tell another man. I don't care how he does it. I want him to give you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
because why do you think he did that? He thinks first I'm telling him to not, don't, right? Do you see
No,
how he's,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's a totally different person. I was like, bro, I'm trying to have an intellectual, and we used to do that, dude. Like,
Now let me ask you this, because I'm interested now. Because I heard I keep hearing you say he a totally different person. What evidence what evidence do you have that he's just really showing you who he truly was?
all right. So when I first met him, actually, that's a great question, man. So
Because
okay,
a lot of times
okay,
you don't really know a person's nature until
yeah, yeah,
uh
you're right. So I'll give you some facts that I can tell you, but you're right. What I just said, it might not be a truth. Um, so when I was introduced to him, he had a couple thousand subscribers. It was a really just fun place, kind of a honeymoon stage. There were pretty girl. He's gay, number one, and there was pretty girls coming from other channels that have 50,000, 100,000 subscribers helping him out, right? Everybody's getting along. And he does like tarot cards. That's not my thing, but that's how he started. I can't remember the last time he did it. He grew from a couple thousand to like I think it was like not 100,000, but tens of thousands, So that's what I witnessed, right? From a couple thousand to tens of thousands. And now there's other channels that are coming up with these original ideas because he drinks a lot. Like they are taking other people's content and using it as like a talk show podcast. So like there's a lot of fucked up things that happen on it, and this other guy like puts his content up on the screen, and then everybody sits in that channel and dissects it, pauses it, and analyzes it and
yeah.
did it. You follow? And
I come from a sector like that.
yeah, and it's all, listen, I'm all about, like, I don't give a fuck, because I was in a couple of the videos, and so I went to that other man's panel, and he's like, yo, you good? I'm like, yo, listen, man, I'm gonna say right now, I kind of look stupid right there. He's like, that's how you gotta be, man, like I said, I didn't realize I was saying that, but he can't handle it, the other guy, and it got really bad, where, do you know, like, how you can, like, this is a question, like, buy, like, steal or hostile take over someone else's YouTube page? Do you know anything about that? And you own all
I,
the,
I know how people be getting people channels shut down, but I never heard them like take over somebody else's page.
yeah, they did. So, like, not in his yet, but there's other people that, like, somebody ran into a problem with their channel and he bought like the entire like channel of this other guy. Now he has like these original songs on his channel, and those got taken away by like other people. I'm sure. Have you heard of stuff like that?
Oh damn, no.
Yep. Like,
Shit.
Yeah, yeah. And then he like didn't take it seriously, so he started playing the songs, and then he got like letters from like lawyers and shit. And
Oh,
like he paid somebody
damn.
to make him that song, and he had that song for like a year. It's like, yeah, like these people aren't. But the point is he's having a really hard time now, and that was just an example of where like I was posing that question, and he's snapping at me. You know what I mean? Like it's so where are we getting at? What were we talking about in the beginning anyway? Oh, I was trying to thank you anyways. I kind of got off base because I was really happy to see the red dot next to your shit, because I just laughed. I was like, like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna like
Yeah.
sit around and like listen to the horror. Like, that's not why I'm on the shit. I forgot what the fuck are they talking about because I'm tired. It's like psychology, anyways. That's what I was trying to get at. There's all sorts of new shit though, bro, with money and business on here and taking shit that I don't understand. So
Yeah, man, you gotta lock your shit down, especially when you get a little big. If you actually start doing stuff, that's why most people turn their channels into LLCs. I mean, that's just to
you
protect
have to do
yourself.
that, right? You have to do
You
that, right?
don't,
I mean,
no, you should do it, but
when you're
you
big, when
don't
you're big,
have
I'm
to.
saying
Oh
that's what I
yeah, when
meant
you
by have
big,
to.
yeah, you gotta
Yeah, you're
protect
right.
your.
Should I meant have to? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's one way you can protect your intellectual properties
Yes.
easier. It ain't the only way, but that's like a easier way. You
Sure.
still depending on what you do, like music, you still got to do a little bit more than just making an LLC.
Yeah.
But I know people on here, like
Huh?
they turned their channel to an LLC, and now you
Hmm.
can't play their fucking content at all. Like you can't touch their
Yes.
content unless
You
you
see,
get
that's
approval.
thank you. So that was my next question. I didn't understand how Sandman can just take his thing and show it, but it's because he doesn't. It's not an INC or LLC. So thank you.
Yeah,
But
yeah, you put
Eli's
that shit.
is that makes sense. And Long Island Audit, my friend, you said you know him,
Yeah,
right? Right. Yeah, his is. So that's why people can't play it unless he gives him, permission.
and let's get permission because you can register once you make it an LLC. What you do is register on YouTube. You register with YouTube also, and like if you
With
look on
Google, right?
certain
With Google.
channels, I don't know. I was just looking at a tutorial on how to do it because
Mhm.
it's like people on YouTube teach you how to do it, how to protect your intellectual properties on here. And once you get an LLC and you register it, it might be with Google, YouTube.
Well, Google owns
Um,
YouTube, but I guess it doesn't matter
yeah.
'cause they
So
do
when you,
business as, yeah.
but it's like if you go to certain channels and you go in this is how I learned who shit I
Okay.
can play and who will not. So
All right.
anytime before I play a channel, this is what I
Preach.
do. I go into the descriptions, and if you don't see the shit say trademark or no, it say license.
Uh-huh.
It'll be some videos that say license, and if
I
that shit say
understand.
license and you play it, your ass go get clipped.
I know, I
The
understand.
AI, the AI auditor on YouTube will clip your shit. You'll get a fucking
Yes,
uh
I know.
a
Strike.
message like,
Strike.
yeah, you'll get that shit within minutes after you end your live.
Yep. Yeah, we've got
Sometimes
him. We've got a couple of them.
sometimes yeah, you'll get that shit in the middle of live. Sometimes I've seen
Yes.
people get that shit in the middle of live. I've seen
I got a
people stream shut down.
Yep, I got a picture of the breakdown of it. My friend sent it to me because I'm a admin, or not got one higher than an admin, a co
Manager
something.
my
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
you
Well, no,
yeah
higher. So like the
oh
admin's the like this a mod, then a manager mod, then an admin, and then there's one even higher than that, and that's the one I am for StreamYard with my friend.
that's what Commander is over here. That's why she can do everything besides create a show. She can do anything besides create a show. I think delete. I don't think she can delete content,
And
but she the highest level.
I think I can create a show too, with my buddies.
You have to be a partner. I think to from you have to be that's linked to YouTube.
Yeah,
If you can create a show, he got you on his YouTube account. I just got
yeah,
people on my StreamYard account. I don't think I have
yeah.
anybody. who got
Whatever.
access to my actual channel.
I got
But
both, I
long as
guess.
I put it on StreamYard, she can run it.
Yeah, maybe he puts the show up and then I run it, but I can do everything from I help him out here and there. My boy from Brooklyn. But so my other boy, we've been running like psychological videos of auditing, so we run the slow mo down and we use terms like derealization, we use freeze frames, and we show the micro mannerisms of the cops and how they display this and why they display that. And the one thing that's good about the 1A community, but not everybody, is when they show their original video, they'll say, "Please, everybody, write on the video, like, share, and share it to everybody." Like they want it, like out there. Some people,
Yeah.
it's like I don't even have to read it. However, I made a mistake here and there, and we got a message from some person like you can't use it. Now that's an example of somebody who is focusing a little more on their own subscribers, which I don't mind. I am not good either. You know what I mean? But I know a couple of the auditors that now that the field is saturated and supply and demand are getting closer to each other, right? Like,
Hmm.
they're having a tough time. They got to 250K real quick. That was 2 years ago, and now instead of 100K views, it's 50K, and they're buckling down. Like that's the shit that I mean. Like, uh, San Joaquin or no? Do you know that guy?
No, I don't think I heard that.
Yeah, he's. I don't even. He was one of the first guys that I really got into the auditing thing, and he's just. He's unrecognizable now, man. So many lies and so ego driven and constantly. Well, I did this, 2 years ago, and this guy, and I'm like, what are you even saying? Who are you trying to, who are you
But
trying
see,
to convince yourself, man? Like, what the,
but
God.
and see, I think of like when I hear stuff like that, I think of a couple things. Well,
Mhm.
one, everybody always show their best face, so everybody's always humble at first. People humble until you give them a reason not to be, and when they starting off, and you know, they got a reason to be humble. But once they feel
Purpose and
comfortable,
ego,
that's when
brother.
they show their ass. Yeah,
Purpose and
that's when
ego.
they show their ass. And then also, what I think about is this, right? Like,
Mhm.
if you give a person who never had money a lot of money, and then
It's great, great. When you throw in that variable. Mhm.
yeah, and then it's a couple things happen. First, they got a lot of money, never had it, so they ain't that responsible with it. But then when the shit start going down because you gave it to them, and they ain't have to earn it and work for it, they don't know what to do to keep it. They don't know how to keep it or increase it. So then you start seeing people, you know,
Yeah, totally.
start
I mean,
doing crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
a lot
To
of
try
black
to,
athletes from inner cities, doing that become athlete, right? Wouldn't you agree? Like,
yeah, that's why,
'cause
like even in the pros, right? Like I got a
Mhm.
couple family members that play in the pros.
Yeah,
So like my cousin, I remember his rookie year, I was talking to him and he was like, "Yeah, man, I gotta go to the financial education classes
yeah. I was
in
just
the
gonna just.
NFL."
Mhm.
So like because of that
Mhm.
epidemic,
Yes,
all
yes,
these
yes.
inner city kids getting all this money and
You did it
they
again,
didn't
bro.
know
You
what
took
to
the
do
words
with
out
it,
my
they was
mouth.
blowing with it.
Yep,
So what they did was they saying it was a problem, so they created a solution. We gonna give them
yep.
some financial education,
It's
and
got to
it's
be better though.
mandatory.
It's better.
Yeah,
They need. They need more though, because I was just
yeah,
gonna touch
yeah.
on this. But you're
They,
absolutely right. I'm not. I'm not.
they need
I did a.
more.
I
I,
did a
I,
paper on the Pacers. The Pacers that got into the fight.
hmm.
Remember the what do they call it? The Palace Rumble at the Palace.
Yeah,
Remember they went into the crowd and yeah, I did a paper on those guys in college because that was Jermaine O'Neal. Man, he that team would have won the fucking championship, and the whole team got broken apart. Guys lost money and shit from that. Remember, they got suspended the whole season. They were steered in the wrong direction. No help, like you're saying, financial. Like you're talking about guidance and stuff, right?
I think financial literacy should be taught in high school. It
Yeah,
should be introduced in high school. And
yeah,
if you on that path of playing like sports, I think that should be a requirement before you can even go to like any type of combine
yeah.
that you
I agree.
completed a year of financial literacy.
I
Like
do
even if
agree.
they, like basketball is 1 year and out. So to be eligible, you had to complete. I think they need to implement stuff like that. Like in college, if you in college
I think
and
that's
they
bullshit too. They
implement,
shouldn't even have to do the freshman year, but they should have the finance shit that you're talking about in high school, though.
yeah,
But go ahead.
even I mean, even at least introducing it in high school, it prepares them more
Yes,
when they
yes,
get to the league and still
yep,
have to do it. Because I'm
yes.
pretty sure, I think it was like a month or two. It wasn't even a long course,
Wow. Yeah.
for
Wow.
them.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a long course. I'm gonna ask them just to double check and see.
Yeah. I want to know
But
too.
see, the blessings that he had is his uncle's a fucking lawyer. His
It's great.
three of his aunties
It's
do
great.
like high level finance.
It's great.
His
That
mother,
heavy
my
unicorn. That's
cousin,
a black unicorn family, though. That doesn't happen all the time,
yeah,
right?
my his mother owned
Lucky.
a nonprofit
I shouldn't say
organization,
unicorn.
and
It's racist.
on
It is.
the
That was an example of unconscious racism. What I just did. Go ahead.
well, no, it's just I mean, but that's why like, but for me is not what you said, but like, but that's like my family, like my sister,
Yeah. You
on
told
my
me.
mom's side, on both sides, right? It's just
Yeah.
successful black people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, it's normal.
Halton, and shit. The Bel Air.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
So
kidding.
for like me is normal. So like when people use like stereotypes for black people, it's not normal to me. Like those are not the type of people I'm around. And
It's
so
really
like
cool.
even when I hear like other black people say, "Man, we gotta do this, we gotta do that," I'd be thinking like, why do we
Hmm.
as black people now these be like YouTubers who successful made it out the hood and all this,
Yeah, Cuba.
so that's what you're talking about is not
Thank
your
you.
environment no more. That's not you got out of that. You don't see successful white people talk about the problems that poor white people got. They don't.
Of course, no.
They
I'm
criticize
I-
them, or they don't
absolutely.
criticize like successful white people or any group of people. They don't criticize the lower tier of their people and associate their struggles with all. They talk from the position they at. I
Yeah,
only see black people do that. Black people
that,
make it and then criticize the ones who didn't. Why don't we congratulate the ones who did, like everybody else do? Like, why can't that be the staple? And
would,
maybe that'll make more people elevate themselves. That's how I
now, would,
always looked at it.
now, would you say now the white person showed entitlement maybe their whole life, or a black person wasn't showing entitlement, and then it changed into more right showing an entitlement role by criticizing others, or no? What do you think?
I think that happens, but why? And then I had to think, why do they do that? To me, that entitlement, like that, even that sense of entitlement, is like, what are you associating that with? Like, who's you trying to be like? Like, what
Weird.
did you,
Yeah, it's
what
weird.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
are
yeah, I
you
do,
trying to
I do.
mirror,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're not used to this entitlement, are you trying to mirror somebody?
Is it a shame, man? A shame? Are you ashamed? Is that in there?
And I think that happens too.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my one homeboy. I want him to break down this. I don't know if you know who Alba and Preach is.
Mm-mm.
It's some like YouTubers. They
Okay.
do like reviews and stuff off of
Sure.
just anything that's going on. But so it's Alba and Preach, and this other black YouTuber named
Okay.
Stevie Knight.
Okay.
And one, I guess I don't know if I know Stevie is a conservative, he's a black conservative,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know if the other one's liberal. I don't know. It's what
Yeah,
they are.
whatever. I got you though. I understand.
But they going back and forth, and it's interesting
Colin
because
Powell, motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding.
but it's interesting because. like the conservative dude is like I like they was calling him coon and stuff like that. And I'm like,
They
nah,
called
he
him
ain't.
Coon. They called him Coon. Did you
Yeah,
say? Mm.
yeah, they calling him coon, Uncle Tom, Uncle Ruckus.
Hmm.
You know,
I was gonna
basically
say,
saying he was a sellout. But it's not that he a sellout because I was where he was at one point,
yeah,
where he when you become successful and make it out of the mud, you look back and like you see people doing what you didn't do, like working hard and changing your mindset. You see people not doing that. And the first thing you do is what? When you learn something new, you want to tell everybody else. And then when people aren't reciprocating it, it frustrates you. Then what trying to help becomes criticizing. Well, shit, I made it out. I know what it takes, and I'm trying to tell you, you don't, you just stupid. That's what it turns into.
yeah.
And then you realize, like, bro, everybody ain't built for this shit.
Oh, dude,
And
the
he
Wu
hasn't
Tang
got to
Clan is a
that.
perfect example to me. Anyways, I know I've read a lot about them, the nine of them. I think. What do you, wouldn't you agree? Because Power, are you familiar with the clan and like the ins and
Yeah,
outs? So like Power, who Power is? He was the
yeah,
manager. Okay, so like he was built for it. And then the RZA tried so hard to just get them to please listen. Like I know you might be able to get a couple more bucks if you leave the label, but if you stay here, if it's a couple, hundred. In the end, we're going to be able to buy blocks in Staten Island and make a fucking real difference. Like big
hmm,
picture like built for. But man, they left piece by piece when I seen the RZA's face in the Mics and Men, documentary. I'm a big RZA fan. It just broke my heart, because they're fractured. You got the Ghost and Raekwon, and you see him in that old video. And it's like, I want my shit now, son. Like I don't mean you got your piece. I want my piece. You know what I mean? And you see it and you
yeah,
understand it, but they're not built for it at that moment. And
yeah.
oh man, is that a good example or no? Like,
That's a great example.
yeah, the
That's
hierarchy
a great example.
because
Yeah,
they're an anomaly, brother. They're the what they did right. What they did, the first thing they ever did, no record, no um group ever signed a deal to a major record label where they didn't get first dibs on solo artists. So he took a big risk. It was never done before. Did you know that or no?
I didn't. I
That's
did not
all
know
RZA. He got turned down by like nine companies and all because they came from poor families. Like, what the fuck you doing? But you fucking this up. Like, and the Jizza already had a deal. And he says, no, 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 we got to stay united, all nine of us. And we're going to sign a deal. We're going to find somebody. But we're going to be able to have first choice for any other major record label. And we're going to put it under our own record label. So Old Dirty can go to Sony, Method Man can go here, but it's going to be under the Wu Tang umbrella. And they ran shit for those first 10 years, man. Oh, it's really interesting shit, man. It's really interesting. Then it
that.
broke apart. It just
That
went.
that's like Jay Z saying the future and Dame Dash could see it, bro.
Yes, yes, yes. Because and RZA's face, and he goes, that shit was worth. He goes, my shit, like we had the clothing company, we had that, and all that money was just boom, 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 and then all of a sudden, Ghost is like, yo, fuck you, I'm out, like I'm doing my own shit, and then he went and he got taken advantage of, and maybe it didn't, and he's like,
Hmm.
every year the company got broken up, and millions of fucking gone. Did you ever see that documentary of Mics and Men? It's like a playoff of Mice and Men.
Uh-uh.
Check that shit, bro. It's cool. All nine of them are sitting in well, eight of them, Metal 30, are sitting in the auditorium, and it's really cool, man. Mhm. It's a good documentary, really good. I don't know. I like what
I'm
you
gonna have
said.
to check.
What you say?
No, so I'm gonna have to check that out.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna go. Yeah, you like it, man. It's on Showtime. It really did. Four four episodes. And I'm a really big RZA fan, like huge RZA fan. Not so much as a lyricist, but I do like him as a lyricist too. But as the mastermind, producer and just the leader of the group, and mm, that's a good example too. What you guys were talking about. It's my Wu Tang album. The picture. The story of the Wu Tang logo.
Hmm.
Oh shit! Let's see. ChatGPT. Let's check it out. Let me ask Gemini. Okay. What's the what are you doing? What's the history of the Wu Tang logo financially? Here we go. Ready? It's gonna be some funny, like $500 shit. I guarantee you. Key aspect. Roland Mathematics, DJ. There's a group. It was given to him. Let's see how much they paid. 500 bucks. He bought this symbol for 500 bucks from his boy. I think that's some shit.
Now that shit worth millions.
Oh, kidding me, man. Yeah, he's in the documentary, but he's cool. It's just his friend, and it's an artist. And he went to his boy, and he said, "Yeah, how's this shit?" And he goes, "Yeah, what you want for it? 500 bucks, cool." How would he ever know? Like that would
Right.
be because it's what they did was fucking. I love Wu Tang because I said nine of them, and like Destiny's Child and shit, like all that shit, like they signed that group like because they wanted her. You know what I mean? Like they knew they could make money off of it, but she was the long term goal.
Hmm.
Justin Timberlake with NSYNC. It's always damn, 2 million. That, oh no, wait, that's the lawsuit. The other thing about the Wu Tang that was really cool is, do you know? Actually, you know what? Give me Can you just give me 1 second? I'm gonna take a piss really quick. I'm gonna. Do you know about their album that only has been only one copy? Do you know about that story?
Uh-uh.
Oh, you'll like this. You gotta. I'm gonna just take a piss real quick.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna rock out for a little bit and then I'm gonna get my ass off here.
Yeah, yeah,
About
yeah. I'll
to
tell you this
get
story and then we'll go because you'll like this shit. I'm gonna grab a soda. I'll be right back.
no, no.
Here's my
Wait a
favorite
minute.
joke. I'm gonna do some coke real quick. You know. That's right. So this is another aspect about the RZA's mind. He came up with an idea in his head that he's gonna make an album, a Wu Tang album, but he's gonna only make one copy, sell it like at an art, you know, shit, what is it called? My brain, art gallery, whatever. Like, and someone's gonna buy it, and they have to sign a contract that they cannot, duplicate it because in his mind, he's like, when you duplicate something, it loses its value. Like, no one ever thought of that. Like, that's the RZA. Like, fucking. So he made it. He made a album that sold for 10 million or some shit. One album, like, but isn't that such a? What do you think of that? That's what I wanted to hear.
You're a fucking genius.
Yeah, isn't it just so like? People are like, yeah, so, and I'm like, what do you mean so? Like, what the fuck? Like, ah,
I mean, especially, if you now,
no,
if he
it's a
he
fucking
just
right.
what is it? It's a term for it. He leveraged his popularity.
What'd you
Like he
say
didn't
about
have it.
popularity? What'd you say about
He
popularity?
leveraged that shit.
Oh,
He leveraged it
leveraged. He
to
leveraged
the
the Wu Tang.
maximum potential.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Because if it wasn't popular, it wouldn't sold. But by it being
Torch.
popular, it was unique, and it's
That's
something that
correct.
nobody else can own.
That's correct.
That's what limited edition shit do. People get some shit limited edition. Like you gonna be one of whatever how many is made. One of those people who get it, but it's
Correct.
unique. That's what make it valuable because it's not something mass produced.
I want to tell you exactly how much. It's a crazy story about that too. Like all the guys were pissed that they didn't get the cut. It's interesting. But you know what happened? The guy that bought it, it's a really fucked up story. What happened to him too? Just bad luck. But here we go. Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, the 2015 album produced by the RZA and Silver Rings, is not a typical release, but an artistic and financial statement. Key aspects of the art album. Do you want to hear about this, and then we could head out? Are you interested or no? It's not
Yeah,
that
yeah.
long.
Go ahead.
Okay, cool,
Yeah,
man.
go ahead.
You always tell me to shut the fuck up, and I'm at. Um, single copy concept. Only one single copy of the album was created. This was done to protest the perceived devaluing of music by stemming and piracy, and to elevate the work to the status of art. Physical art object. The music is housed in a unique hand carved nickel silver box, which was designed by the Moroccan artist Yaha. It is accompanied by a 174-page manuscript of lyrics, um, anecdotes, printed and uh, gilded parchment and bound in leather. Record breaking sale. It was initially auctioned off for $2 million, making it the most expensive single album ever sold. And yes, he was laughed at by some record executives before that sale, and he proved them wrong. The purchase agreement included a legal restriction preventing the commercial exploitation of the music for 88 years.
Mm.
Though it could be played at private listening events. That's fucking amazing. Artistic vision. The producers specifically compared the project to a Renaissance style commission commodity or a work on par with the original Van Gogh. Just fucking awesome, right? I mean, like, I don't know. Like, here, there's more, but I'm gonna tell you at the end.
And when was that done?
That was done in
2000.
2015.
Okay, so 2015. So
Mhm.
and it sold for 2 million. That'd probably be like what 6, 7 million now.
It resold. Wait till you hear what happened to it, because the guy that bought it, it's really fucked up what happened. Of course, the guy that bought it was a. So the guy that bought it, I'm gonna change it here. Um, well, oh wow. Oh, I didn't know that. He actually did another two albums after. Okay, so check this out though. Buyer of Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. This shit's fucked up. This is just bad luck. Because the guy that bought it is like a okay, initial buyer. The album was originally purchased by $2 million by Martin Shrilkull. He's the controversial former pharmaceutical executive, often referred to as Pharma Bro. Um, so he was the guy that you probably know about this. Like he wouldn't lower the because he owned the big pharmaceutical company, and he wouldn't lower the price of the medicine. Do you know like what that those stories or?
Is that the? I don't. Did he go bankrupt or something like that?
Yes, that's correct. And
Okay.
the album got seized because as part of his ass, I knew you'd know like what he really like fucked like everything up and like to be honest with you, like some people call him a murderer. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because people, the medicine, it wasn't like pain meds. It was like, like these
It
diseases
was
that you
yeah.
probably,
It was
I know you know.
damn. It was a couple.
Fuck yeah,
It
and
was. I know it was a. I don't want. I forget what kind of cancer treatment it was. One of them was a cancer treatment. Another one was. I don't think it was for Alzheimer's, but it was for
and
shit that
yeah,
can be treated and not cured.
yes, and he was a billionaire. Like he had or
Insulin,
hundreds of them.
yeah, insulin was
Yeah,
one of them.
and like he could have, I mean, I don't know. I don't have. I mean, I believe Americans shouldn't tell other people what to do with their money, but I can have an opinion. Like, come on, man. When you got that kind of money and like these people are dying, I don't know. I guess like what was your opinion? He should have at least. What do you think?
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you, it's reality, bro. Like, what is that? Normative philosophy, how things ought to be. That's, I mean, it's good to think like that, but that's just
Yeah,
the name of the game we live in. That's the
yeah,
reality we live in. When it's not
absolutely.
about the people, bro, it's about what you can get out the people. They don't
He
talk
don't give a
about
fuck.
the people. If you can't get nothing out the people, then you ain't valuable, bro. That's just how
No,
that's how our society is, bro.
yeah,
If people
oh,
can't, if you,
that's a great
that's just
point.
that's how our
That
society is.
no, that's a
Most
great
people don't
point.
care about you unless they can get something out you.
Oh, that's the show I'm watching right now. So let's see. It got seized. The government seized it, and that was what I felt bad for Rizza. So he was convicted of securities fraud. The government, specifically the U.S. Department of Justice, seized the album as a forfeitable asset. The government then sold the album to an intermediary, WTC Endovers Limited, a Hong Kong-based company, for 2,200,000 to help satisfy his debt. And then the current owner, 2021, the album was subsequently acquired from the intermediate in 2021 for an undisclosed amount, but for at least $4 million in crypto by a decentralized autonomous organization. So it's a cryptocurrency that focuses on digital and physical assets, but he was upset that Rizzo was upset. I mean, he's like, it is what it is, but he was upset that it went that way, like that the government got its hands on it. He like, do you know
Yeah,
what? Yeah, that with that's and like I don't know. I feel like there's a shitty end to it, but still amazing idea, bro. It,
man.
watch
But look how he got shit written though, bro. 88 fucking years. He ain't even gonna be alive when they play that shit publicly,
what he
bro.
says, bro. You think like that's what he says in the thing? He like saying that like I want to die, and that shit's like still fucking not so fucking cool, man.
That's power, bro. That's what he
Like,
was saying.
dude,
Having control over your shit. They took so
great
much
word,
from him. He wanted to flex and show. I know. I still got it. Watch this.
great word, bro. That is power, bro.
Hmm.
I'm watching this show on Hulu, and it's about that South Carolina white family. The kid drove the boat and killed the girl. You know that story?
Oh no.
Oh, dude, but what you just said about what did you just say 2 seconds ago about how we fuck over people with the former guy? How
Uh huh.
they so like man, I'll give you one example. There's all sorts of crazy deaths and shit in this, and it's a true story. But they had this housekeeper, bro, and the fucking housekeeper slips on a brick and crashes over and dies right on the property. He sees the brick is loose, and no husband, and she goes to the hospital and dies. And then there's two boys that are like kind of uneducated, like, and like he goes to the boys, and And he's like, listen, man, we're gonna do something nice for you. Don't worry about it. Because he like steps on the brick and he gets the idea like homeowners insurance, right? So like he has the two boys sue his insurance, right? And then, he gives the boys like practically fucking nothing. They end up getting kicked out of that. You know what I mean? But like if
Yeah,
that's what you're fucking talking about. Like
yeah.
they they're so fucking happy. They're like, oh God bless you, thank you so much.
Like,
Mhm.
bro, like even watching those Lifetime movies where people be putting insurance policies on people and then getting them out of there, I'd be like, God damn, this person ain't valuable to you alive. Like, damn,
It's like
like
human.
you act like you marry somebody. Oh, I love you, and you put the antifreeze and shit in their coffee or some shit like
Right?
that, waiting for the shit to take them out. Like, God damn, bro, y'all some dirty ass motherfuckers, bro.
And then Nicole Smith, motherfucker, that was the craziest shit with that fucking old man, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that I felt the family members, man. Oh, I felt so bad for that. Like, they had the wheel, he almost died at the wedding.
That
Yo,
shit cold, bro.
you
People
got it.
cold as hell, bro.
Oh, they really, oh man, this guy is fucked. You get Hulu or nah?
Yeah, I got hope.
All right, so it just came out. The Murdochs. You will enjoy this, man. 4 episodes are out. I think it's a 6 episode series. It ends in 2 weeks. I guess an episode every Sunday, and it's called. I think I'll let you know the name, and then we can head out. Um, it's called. This family is cold, and they be white boy. Man, they run the fucking. They told the story, bro. The grandfather, he was cheating on his wife, and his wife was like, I'm fucking leaving you. He went to like the Newsday and printed her obituary in the paper, and like people calling the house and bringing flowers and say, I'm sorry Mary died, and she's answering the phone like, what, excuse me, like, and she read her own like, oh, a fucking obituary, like it was a threat. He like fucking.
God damn, bro.
He was gonna kill her if she fucking.
Uh-huh.
It's nuts, bro.
Premeditated like a motherfucker.
That's fucking insane. Like,
That's
so.
that's
Oh,
a total mind fuck, bro.
thank you, thank you. That's that nine laugh that I like right there. Like, I know you for real. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So there's a Lifetime movie of it that came out in 2023, which I'm totally gonna watch as soon as I get off the phone with you. I didn't know that, and the that's probably not as good though. The name of the because it's the Murdochs. I mean, this shit was pretty famous. Like, let's get it, Murdoch. Come on, where it is? Yeah, the son is fucking nuts. I mean, this is straight good old white boy, South Carolina, and fucking the son is just he drove a boat fucking like 100 miles an hour, drunk, right into a dock, killed the girl, and like he gets him off on it. Other son is brought up on charges for murder that from years before. The housekeeper dies. Then I think the two parents die. But it's crazy shit, bro. How much they got away with until I'm like,
Because they did.
just trying to find this before I. There it is. It's because I watched it already. I can't go to the continue watching. I gotta go the long route and type in Murdoch. I'm just gonna do it, and then M. Fuck. It's gonna come right up here. Edit murder lies and better. The fuck? Why can't I figure this for you? Because I think you'll enjoy it. Did you watch the other two? Remember ones about the about the women CEOs? Did you watch
Yeah,
the
I
other
was
one?
about to say I watched one of them and I'm halfway through the other.
Come on. I remember you said you watched one and you fell asleep. Is it the one with Amanda? You know who played? She turns into like a Steve Jobs, like when she looked
Yeah,
like. You watched that
that's
one?
the one. Yeah, that's the one I
Okay.
finished.
Yeah, it was. What you did you like it?
I thought it was dope, bro.
Yeah, remember when she walks out with the at the end? She's like, "Fuck it," you know.
Mhm.
She just walks out with the luggage at the end. Like after that whole crazy fucking. Do you think that she um pushed back women in business for the next couple of years? Do you think men like took advantage of it, like how they say, or no?
I think
Did it have an effect? That's what I guess I mean. What you think?
I don't think what I think it was already going the direction it was going at, and
I
like I
mean,
said, I
like
don't think it.
women weren't given funds, you know. So like when she was given 100 million by Warren Buffett. You know what I mean? Like he invested in that. Remember, like so, like that's what I was asking. Do you think? Do you
I
think
don't
now?
think it. I think she was an anomaly. I think that's how people look at it.
I
Like it's an
guess
anomaly. This
you
ain't a
gotta
big
watch.
common thread.
Well, you gotta watch the Wolf one because that one's not too long. Okay, that's the other one. The one who started Tinder and then Bumble, and then now she runs. Yeah, but that's the next one you watch because she didn't fuck up. She's on top of the world still. But
Well,
I think.
I don't.
Go ahead.
I just feel like I don't think that it pushed them back. I think like she was an anomaly. They took advantage of it, and um,
I
that's
don't
just
know.
like you ever seen the movie Hidden Colors?
In which one?
Hidden Colors.
The Hidden Colors. I don't think so.
It's
Gotta
about the
watch it.
black women who made the formula. Uh,
Oh, Hidden Figures. Yeah, fuck yeah. I
Hidden
watched it.
Figures. I
I
meant
went
to
to the
say
movies.
Hidden
I went to
Figures.
the movies with my mother to see that shit because my mom's a math teacher. Hell yeah. Octavia Spencer. Mm, right?
Yeah, so it's
Mm,
like even if you listen to the way men talk today, it's no
mm.
different from the way they talk back then.
Okay. But,
No matter what a woman shows, they'll always feel like women like if some even if you have an anomaly,
okay.
it's an anomaly, you
But
know.
the thing is there might be anomalies out there that would have been given the chance to grow, but they need that money, bro. You need the money to change like
And
if
that's how you
people.
keep shit in control. But that's what I'm saying. Like it's always been women doing magnificent shit and they never get credit for it. It'll never be a par with men. It just never be that way. No matter what they accomplish. Even get motherfuckers out of space, you gonna never get credit for it. You will always need a man to be, you know, to do anything. You're gonna always need that. You'll never be self-reliant. And that's how they keep shit in check and control. And that's just not with women. I mean, there's a lot of people don't get credit. Nikola Tesla didn't get credit until motherfuckers start reading history and shit. Like they took him. I mean, he ain't get the credit he deserved. They talk about Edison before they talk about Tesla as a great inventor. That shit crazy. Damn, did my phone die? Oh, he dropped off. All right, let me get my butt off here, man. Let me get my butt off here. Y'all know what I always say: care about how you feel. These conversations to create nation. And if I say anything that resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that share button. Tell somebody. Tell somebody. Help me spread the word. But until next time.
Do it for the 9.
What up, 9?
Acknowledge me!